All right. Why not? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Mary School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these fine folk play the game of D&D with me.
the people who play D&D with them.
Thank you, Drew. Tonight, as we go around the room and introduce ourselves, if you could take any chain restaurant and bring it back to its original state, the first time it ever made its famous food, what restaurant would you do that with?
Got it. Hi, I'm Will. I play Burrios. I'd like to visit the original Chipotle. Because, their guac now is good, but imagine first store guac.
When they were
The first time they
when they really cared about it.
It's a good one.
I got one. Okay, hey everybody,
Yeah,
this is
for it.
Drew. I play Connie the Reach, Connie the Rocket, Connie the Rosarita. Nope. Okay. I don't know that. Words just come out. Yes, if you are in a part of the country, all of our listeners, that has...
They're probably in a part of a country.
Yeah.
That has Torchy's Tacos.
Ooh.
Torchy's Tacos.
Okay.
They are amazing. I'm not going to knock what they are now.
Sure.
They're fantastic. But back in the day, even at the very first location had fajitas. It was on the menu. Then when they started opening franchises, more locations. I don't think it's franchise. It became a hidden menu item because they still had all the ingredients to make it. But now it doesn't exist at all. You can't.
There's one in Kansas City.
There, just one? I thought there was.
Well, there's one in Overland Park and one in Olathe.
Yeah. So they're around here, but you can't. I've tried. And listen, I know we have a very large listener base, so if any of you, specifically Mike Ribka, owner founder of Torchy's, if you're listening, and I'm wrong, just hop into the DMs. Let us know.
Slide in.
Slide in.
Their website says they make damn good taco food.
Yeah.
Taco food.
Well, sorry, damn good food.
I like damn good taco food.
We make great
To
taco
feed
food.
your tacos.
We make damn good taco food.
Just bring it back, or if I'm wrong, then let us know so I know how to ask for that, because that was the best thing.
Yep. Good call.
It's my favorite food.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
You knew the owner and everything, and it's just the intro to Google right there. You didn't look any of that up.
Drew,
That's
to your
impressive.
point, their taco of the month is the Alabama Shake, June the 6th month of the year. Fried catfish with flavorful poblano slaw, pepperdew peppers, cotija cheese, avocado sauce, cilantro, and a lime wedge.
That was 9 voices.
Did it not sound good in all 9?
It was great.
We did make him sing the Aladdin soundtrack this weekend, so he's into that,
He's used
hopping between.
Can I tell you something? I told Calvin this yesterday at work. So when we were driving back and you guys were doing your sing-along, I was done for the day.
Yeah, we know.
So rather than being, petty Peter Pettigrew, I just shut down and was just chill.
You were.
When you turned around and said, "Are you texting Kelsey and saying you're not having fun?" And I said no, it's because that is not what I texted Kelsey. I texted Kelsey and just said, "I am in hell." That was all I said to her. No context whatsoever.
Wow. Did you feel seen? Did I make you? I feel like I made you feel seen.
I felt
or
vulnerable.
exposed.
You saw too much.
Wow. Our friends really do see those things about us that we don't. We think we hide. No, we don't. Don't anyone jump in here and reveal anything to me right now. I'm not strong enough for it.
I'll just reveal my answer to the question. What's up? I'm Zach. I play Kestis Thimbleweed. He's a centaur druid / cleric. And I just know that Applebee's #1 was so sick.
Ooh. Visit the original
Dollarita. Eating good in the first neighborhood.
Capital T neighborhood.
The neighborhood.
Yep.
That you just know that that was great bar
so many
food.
cast
Know how
iron
to
skillets
spell
coming out.
It was
but I'm getting
way
there.
too way too heavily liquored bar drinks.
Decatur, Georgia.
It's Georgia.
Yes.
You know it's
Yes,
good.
I was like,
You
I
know
know,
it's
I
good.
know this place because, like, there is
Drew is
advertisement.
older than time.
No, because one of the times we went down to Florida, we drove through Georgia, and I remember seeing like somewhere an ad for go to the first Applebee's,
I would have gone.
and I was
Can I
like,
tell
the
you-
what?
Can I tell you the full name? Bill and TJ Palmer open TJ Applebee's RX for edibles and elixirs in Decatur, Georgia.
Oh my God, Applebee's was the last name.
Edibles and elixirs.
The first franchise?
That you were right. That's amazing.
That sounds awesome.
The first franchise in 1986, they decided to just call it Applebee's Neighborhood Bar and Grill.
No,
Their first franchise in Kansas City.
Come on, right
let's
there
go,
on Blue Ridge
Kansas
Boulevard.
are you serious?
Yep.
We had the second Applebee's. No, the first Applebee's.
We're the
Yeah.
one that made it plural.
So, I mean, you
just
can make your
Applebee's
dreams
before
come
that.
true, dude.
Was Applebee's?
Where is that? Is that one still here?
I don't know.
Yeah, do we
go
know which
to
Kansas
it?
City Applebee's it was?
And can
think
we
it was the one
rate
by the
them
crappy
as though
Walmart.
it were 35 years
I like
ago?
the idea that it was one of the two Raytown locations.
Subscribe to the Patreon for the limited episode of us going to the second
going
ever
Oh,
episode.
wow.
This is
Field
the
trip
first
on
time-
the Wild Magic School.
This might be the
bus.
first time we've discovered something like this that we could actually go do feasibly.
103rd state line.
You don't think we could have?
100. Okay.
103rd State
103rd
Line.
State Line.
1986.
It's there.
Is it still
I
there?
don't
While
know
we're
if
there,
it's
we
still
can
there.
take a dump on Kansas since we're so close.
Got him.
It's closed.
What's there now?
What is it? 10 what?
So we're gonna get
103rd State
Applebee's
Line.
Carside to go in Kansas City, and then go
Take
to
it
this
to
location
103rd
and eat
State
it in the
Line.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
where we have our one-shot episode.
There you go.
That's
Overland Park.
one like
Where one of
Applebee's
us got
episode.
shot. At
Where one of
103rd
us
State
get shot
Line.
at 100. Yep. Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, my name is Matty B, and I play Wyatt Masterson, the Herringon Rogue. I'm having a hard time choosing between two, but I'm gonna say Winstead's
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Good
because I
call.
believe there's only one left now, and there used to be a couple. I know there was one in Blue Springs. Or I will always and forever miss Fuddruckers on Nolan.
There's one in Branson. There's also one.
Chicago.
The one in Kansas closed down.
There's one in Branson. If we go to Silver
Chicago
City this year,
area.
Where is it from?
It's so good.
Chicago area has.
Is that where it's
Yeah.
from?
Maybe.
With a name like
Yeah, I
Fuddruckers, that sounds
see
like
him-
something to
see
be
him
from
up north a
Chicago.
lot.
With a name like
Slotskis.
Fuddruckers, it's
That
gotta be
one was
good.
good.
Nope, not quite.
Fuddruckers. Yeah.
Oh, we'll just have an Andrew Bernard with a name like Schlotsky's. It has to be good. No, that's not it either. Damn.
Okay. There's stuff over there.
San Antonio, Texas is where Fuddruckers
San
are.
Ugh, Texas, gross.
Shut
On
up.
it. In the fact checker booth over
Got it.
there.
Yeah,
And
well,
I think Schlotsky's was Austin, Texas, just up 35.
That sounds like it's from
I-35,
Poland.
baby.
I believe that's from Poland. Schlotsky?
I can't spell it, so I can't find it.
SCHLOTZS.
All right, moving on to the
Schlotzky's.
next person
Yes.
to intro themselves. Anybody?
Hi, I'm Will Moon, and I play Ruza, the lizard folk fighter. And I think my choice would be like Culver's.
Ooh, the first Culver's, nice.
Culver's is still good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of ones that like have just decayed so immensely that you want to go back to a golden age. Culver's
Yeah,
is
that's
still
true.
there.
That's true.
I love Culver's.
But I want to have like the first one. I want to know
Yeah.
like
What it was like.
Like
Go
how
to
the
Suck City,
peak-
Wisconsin. You can get the first
Wisconsin.
Sock City, I think.
Suck City.
SAUK, Suck City, Wisconsin.
My name's Michelle, and I play Nell Webb. And I don't really like this place, but I want to know what it was like. I was talking to Zach about it earlier, and it would be White Castle because it has to have been so different, right? Like they were probably good at one point, right?
I am 100% on board. As an ancient person, I will tell you, we didn't have White Castle in Texas, but we would go up to visit family in Pennsylvania, and they did have White Castle in that area. And every time I would insist that we go to White Castle. I hated hamburgers, but loved White Castle. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I was just
Wichita, Kansas.
I mean, the Alamo was kind of a White Castle for you, right? When you guys were
Nice.
defending it, so I would imagine.
Which of the other two Egyptian god cards drove you guys there?
Damn, bro.
Who's next?
Damn.
He said, "Who's next?"
And probably you after you resurrect again. So hey.
Is it Matt?
I
Somebody
think
bring
it's
Yeah,
just
Matt's
me.
next.
Yeah. My name is Matt. Play Zook Magoop, Male Turtle, Wizard 8, level 8. Mine was boring. I was just gonna say McDonald's.
Nothing wrong with McDonald's.
That's
Yeah.
Dude,
But I wanted to go
classic.
specifically back to the time where I first had McDonald's because, at the very least, I swear the food was better then.
Mhm.
Like
Absolutely.
the
yeah.
fries, I'm sure have changed over the
Oh,
years, and I'm always disappointed in them now.
Yeah.
That's why it's
In
not hard to pay
the
the fry
McDonald's
tax to your
fries?
friends.
They used to be
Amazing.
consistently.
They used to be the
Yeah.
best thing ever.
I'm
San
always
Bernardino.
disappointed.
It used to be McDonald's.
San Bernardino.
But the other one that popped in my head, probably because I went there today, was Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I'm
like-
gonna assume the South on that one.
Man.
Lebanon, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Or I think
That's
I actually
right.
think it's
Lebanon.
Lebanon,
It's
right?
Lebanon.
How long ago did it open? Was all the decor like modern back then?
1969.
You're just in a barn.
Yeah, you're just in a bar.
All the other Cracker Barrels are just modeled on the barn that they first served Cracker Barrel out of.
Do you think Lambert's has changed their food over the
Oh,
years, or
Lambert
do you think
sucks
they're still
now, but
rolling
it's only
their?
got like 2 locations.
Do you think they're still rolling
just like
with
getting
their
stuff
old
thrown at me.
OG recipes?
No, a lot of their
I think
stuff's
it's
going
worse.
downhill.
Yeah.
Thought of another one. Dairy Queen.
Oh, Burger King.
All right.
I can't believe the two of
still
them have
like
never
Burger
King.
entered into a
Jack in the
political
Box.
arrangement.
Joliet, Illinois.
Or which one? Dairy Queen?
Really?
Dairy Queen.
Really?
Yeah.
Joliet.
First Burger
Huh.
King.
Illinois.
There's
Oh
a lot of
my God.
Midwest stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna take
Texas and Midwest is
Miami?
responsible for so
Live
much
in La
of fast
Vida
food.
Loca.
We're gonna
Okay.
take all these orders to go and jump into episode 39 of the Wild Magic School Bus.
That was so sweet.
hosted.
Thank you. So the last time we were here, the adventurers had survived
left?
the escape of the Void, had met up with the pirate Ruza, done some questionable activities, and landed on the floating city of Gavanuva, the tropical, sprawling port city based in the Emerald Vale, the home of our wizard member. The party arrived on shore and began to plan their next move, starting with looking for some objects and some magical items to help aid them in their journey, as they are now sadly sans without those items. Without items after being sent
I
off
like
to the prison.
sins without.
That's really devoid of.
Double the
Very
void.
much.
Double the void, double the void.
But yeah, that is where we find ourselves tonight, with the party having the chance to gather at Nobel and Barnes, the well-known magic shop here in Gabanuva, and finding the items that they need to continue their journey. So I have taken the time to go ahead and condense down everything that everybody needed, and thus I can provide you with a couple of options and their price points, and then from there people can wheel and deal and try to figure out what suits them the best. So,
I have a plus 11 to my persuasion.
starting with, let's see, who would like to start and figure out what they're looking to get right now?
Well, I for one was kind of hoping that like a resident negotiator would negotiate on my behalf.
That's right. I've sort of developed a rapport. I think I should probably take point on just probably all of the negotiation for everyone, as long as nobody has any particular objections to that sort of thing.
I can negotiate.
You know what? You're right. I think Wyatt and I should probably. Would you be interested in 70,000 ball bearings?
I'm talking a sick amount of ball bearings.
You weren't there, but on Saturday I was gifted a bag of ball bearings for
How many?
my batch. I don't know how many.
10,000.
10,000.
He made
Bag of
Danya count.
10,000 ball bearings. Yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna put Nell back up on in where a saddle would be, although I do not wear a saddle.
I think this would be a great place to cut your teeth. Internally, she's like, I'm going to override him whenever he screws this up. You're going to be so great. I'll give you pointers. You just got to be kind but fair.
Or lie.
Or you could lie.
I could lie. And I could kind of lie. I could do both. And I'm gonna go find Tobin.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
we spoke
You
to
guys
last
have you arrive back at the shop, and you can see that there are people kind of milling in and throughout, and you can see the figure of Tobin up at the counter, who kind of sees you all and kind of waves to you as you come over. You see he's got a couple of items set up there. It looks like he was anticipating your arrival as you show up, and he's morning to you. I say welcome back to the Nobel and Barnes. You brought all your friends. I see. I hope we're ready to make some selections today.
I'm certainly anticipating it. It's hopefully a wonderful opportunity to do some business together.
Perfect. All right. So, let's see. As far as I remember, we were looking for some specific things. So I did a bit of digging, talking to Nobel and Barnes respectively, and I think we've got a couple of things for you. So, let's start with the short one there. And he brings out two cases and sets them in front of Wyatt and goes, "No, these are these are our top of the line items. If you're looking for something a little more back in the price range, we can obviously figure that out. But these were the best I could find for you, sir." And he opens them up, and you can see there's two daggers. One of them is a very simple-looking dagger with a bunch of tiny little feathers that are all lined up along the sides of it, set in like the box, and it looks as though you can like attach them to the hilt, the tiny hilt of the dagger. He goes, "Now these are known as impact daggers. They were imported from a very fine gentleman tinkerer in a far off land, actually a good friend of Mr. Barnes. They're called impact daggers. When you use them, they basically can explode with a command word and cause like an area of effect damage. So that's this one, and now this one." And he pats the second box, opens it up, and this is a beautifully curved dagger with a gem set in one end, and across the Damascus blade, a symbol of a fist. And he goes, "Now this is Siuntha. She is one of a kind. Magic dagger. She's got some pretty interesting abilities. I don't quite know myself. I just know that she's one of a kind. You won't see many like her."
How do we figure out the abilities?
For her in particular, attunement. Once you attune the weapon to yourself, it's how magics works, see? Once you attune an item to yourself, you begin to understand its properties. It helps preserve the proprietary information on magic items. Otherwise, everyone would just know how to recreate it. But the brass feather impact daggers are 300 gold pieces, and Siuntha is 500 gold pieces. One of a kind.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So, because it sounds like it's kind of like there's no way to try before you buy with the Siuntha.
Correct, sir.
So, and it sounds like this attunement is, I mean, you're not going to attune to something some other guy is attuned to, right?
No, sir. It takes time.
Right, so it's like, it's yours. So you got some kind of guarantee, you know, like if
oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
absolutely,
like,
sir. Nobel and Barnes guarantees every magic item they sell, we sell. No defects, no gimmicks.
So if he gets this Siuntha knife and he doesn't like it so good,
I'll be more than willing to sell it to anyone. Keep it, store it away. It's up to him.
Unattune it.
Oh, absolutely. You can unattune any magic item.
Okay, and then someone else could go back and attune to it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And let me tell you, when people know what kind of blade you're toting around, they'll pay a pretty penny for it. Now, mind you, might not be the same price as we are. We gotta make back some of the money we pay for it, but you could probably sell it for a pretty penny, or a pretty gold piece, whichever one you prefer.
Gold is more.
It is. It truly is. So, but that is for your herring gun friend here. Those are your options if you are so interested. Now, on to the next one.
That's what I call a Nobel Prize.
On to the fine bard, madam. You were looking for a couple different things, and I was able to finagle a few items. A few items.
Yes.
And hopefully some of these will be something that will be interesting to you. I have a few things. So this is. He slides forward a ring, and he goes, "This is a ring of. This is a ring of certain protections. It's a known as a rescue ring. So has some fine abilities there. You were looking for things that would help boost you and your compatriots, so that was why I brought this up to you. Then we have this right here, and he sets forward a stone with a rune set into it. It's called a luck stone, a very, very well-known item within the realms. Again, something to help yourself and your friends, as you specified. And then I spoke to Mr. Barnes about summoning certain things, and I don't quite know what he provided, but it is essentially, and he sets you down a sack that has what looks to be a third grader's attempt at gluing shells across it. And he goes, "This is what you requested, a snail bag, and it does what you requested."
So it calls snails from the Fey realm, right?
Apparently, yes.
I don't like the look on Calvin's face. It looks like there's a joke coming.
No, there's no. Again, I guarantee no gimmicks. No, that Mr. Barnes swears by his items. He was just caught off guard by this one. And while it might not look,
it doesn't.
It might not look greatest. He guarantees it will do what you need it to do.
I'll take it because hope is a powerful thing, you know?
Right. So I will go ahead and let you know the prices on these if you're interested in them. For the rescue ring, that is 200 gold pieces. For the luck stone, that is a 250 gold pieces. And because this is a custom item, the price for the bag would be 300 gold pieces.
300
Yes,
gold
ma'am.
pieces?
Yes. It is a custom item, so it does take time and energy, but I guarantee you it is worth the price. Mr. Barnes is very fair in his creations.
Sure, that's a buy
So
two,
consider
get one
them.
free deal.
Consider them.
Who cares?
Make up your mind, and we can move on to the next person.
Okay.
Mr. Kestis, sir, you were looking for quite a few things.
I had a number of ideas.
You did, and I was able to wrangle a few of them. Not everything, unfortunately, but I do have a few things. I have this first, and he lays out this beautiful, looks to be some sort of a cape or a cloak. Lays it out there, and it's got like this leaf filigree, and it looks very nice. And then he has the belts as well, and then he also lays out a shield. And he goes, "Now, when it comes to looking for arcane focuses, I was looking at a couple of different things, and unfortunately, I don't have anything quite within your price range for something like that at this time. However, these would all be also very useful to you. The mantle here is designed specifically for the nature-oriented persons, and it is also a spell focus, so it could give you a boon to that potentially. The belts of Dwarven kind, obviously, you were looking at those before. This is, and he taps the shield, this is a sentinel shield. You were talking about being protected from things, and this is a shield with a little bit of magics to help you stay aware of yourself and your surroundings. And then finally, and he sets out a small container with a couple of stones in it. And he goes, and here are some of the Ioun stones that I pulled that could be useful to you if you would like. We also have quite a few rings that I know I mentioned before, but we do have many more if there's one of those that might catch your fancy. The Ioun stones, all four of these stones have... 5 stones. These 5 stones all have different abilities, self-preservation, protection, awareness, knowledge of language, and knowledge of nature. So any of those tickle your fancy. The Ioun stones are 350 gold for those.
For the set?
A piece, unfortunately. They're quite powerful. And like I said, we have a myriad of other items, but the mantle here is only 150 gold pieces for the mantle. The dwarven belts are between 450 and 700, as I said before. The sentinel shield is 200 gold pieces, and and I told you about the stones before, so those are some options for you there. Right. Was there other specifics? I knew there was some viewing of some cloaks that we were wanting to look at. I will say most of the cloaks are going to be about 250 in gold pieces, depending on what you want. I think I might have one that might be a little bit more, but I guarantee you it is worth it. Let me see if I can find it again. There is the cape that I have. Oh, right. I do have a cape instead of a cloak. I know there's a little bit of a difference. This is the...
Might work for me, a little less fabric to, get in my way while
I do have it. Now, I will warn you, this is the higher end of our items here, and he pulls out a red cape, and he goes, this is the cape of the mountebank. It is very fine fabrics. It also is a very...
Is it very fine fabrics? Fabric check.
Make a fabric check.
Fabrication.
It probably is.
That's a 9, but I think I have like plus 20, so
Yeah.
29.
So 29? Yeah. Beautiful.
Wait, you can do that now?
Yeah.
He says this one has some arcane abilities for teleportation. So...
Don't give that to the monk.
But
You
it
are
is,
nothing from
again,
Will
as
Moon.
I said before, it is on the higher end. It is 500 gold pieces for this cape, and there's only the one that we have. I did speak to Mr. Barnes about the displacer cloak. He was only able to procure one, but that one is available if need be. That one is 400 gold pieces for the displacer cloak. And then all of our other cloaks, we have a few other kinds, are going to be about 200 to 250 if you wanted something a little different. But...
What were those other ones?
Cloak of Elven kind would be Cloak of Protection. And I believe that was all I had on hand. I could look for a few more, but that was all I had.
Yeah, you had the
to
water
start.
breathing one too.
Oh, Cloak of the Mentor. Yes, that was also another one. Yes.
These are all really, really compelling options.
Well, thank you, sir. We take pride in what we do here.
The Cloak of Protection. What colors do you have that available in?
Just the one, sir. It's a blue. I believe I said a blue-gray, if I remember correctly.
Sounds austere. I will take that. And while I'm at it, there is something else I was looking for.
Oh, for sure, sir.
Essentially, I would like to use a spyglass as a spellcasting focus. Could you... I mean, my magic comes innately from the moon, so I don't know how you make something magical.
Right.
But if you could, whether it be nobiles or barns, just do that.
Well, let me for the sake of passing on the information, sir, are your spellcasting an innate ability or are you a learned spellcaster?
Oh, it's well, I mean, I learn it the more innately I attune to the moon.
Right,
so,
right. So more of a it's bequeathed to you, not you studied for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. All right. Well, I'm sure I could probably find something in that vein. It might take me a second. Like I said, I wasn't able to find much of a focus for your friend there, but I'm sure I could. I'm sure we could make something work. It would probably fall in the range of about another probably 150 to 200 gold pieces to get us something attuned to that sort of magics, but we could make it happen.
500 for the both of you. Do it today. I have the utmost faith in you. Deception check. Ooh, 27. I have so much faith in him.
He takes a second and goes, "We will make it happen, sir."
Cool. Don't even need this. I'm gonna take 10 gold out of there just in petty cash.
Okay.
I mean, so.
All right, so
490 gold.
you give him 490 gold, and he hands you a cloak of protection, and I will get you the other one here in just a second.
Thank you.
Will you remind me? Sorry, Calvin. Will you remind me the cost for the shield?
The Sentinel Shield is 100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces,
Yes.
and then the stones were.
Stones are
350.
350.
350 a piece. Cool.
There's a belt, right?
Belts of Dwarven kind
The
were also.
strength, right?
Yeah.
Strength bell.
I listen. I'm still willing to make that happen.
I don't know if I've talked myself out of that or not. as much fun as it would be, it's not really what I've been doing lately. That's not been my sort of thing. I've been doing a lot of magic.
You've been so strong this entire
Well,
time.
I am-
Anytime we're like, pull a card. Who is it? It's not me.
What are you needing?
Do you have any finesse-based swords?
Oh, absolutely, sir. I've all kinds of-
Magically enchanted as well. Also, let's say for this request, do not worry about gold.
Oh. Oh,
I
right.
would like to know what your best offer is for swords.
Right.
Specifically finesse-based, not the heavy kind. I'm not one to want to lug around some large heavy metal object. I want something that I can quickly take down an enemy with if I need to.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Yes, sir. Give me a moment. I could probably find you something. We do have several different finesse weapons of just magical enhancement. Sharpened blades, reinforced metals. So anything like that, if you suit your fancy. If you're looking for like if you're looking for something that would be more of the once in a lifetime type weapons, I'm sure we could find something like that as well.
Definitely something along the lines of that. Also, quick question.
Right.
You did mention a brass feather shop or something, or
Right, sir. Yes.
are there any other items from that?
Well, absolutely, sir. We've worked with the Brass Feather for quite some time, and they've got a few other items they have bequeathed to us to sell from here.
Definitely like to take a look at some of those.
Absolutely,
as well.
sir. Let me go ahead, and he pulls out his ledger and begins to thumb through it to find his other the other things that he has available.
That's nice. I like that. I want one too.
You want what?
Sounds like you got quite a bit of money.
He says, "All right, we've got two more items that they've let us sell to them. One of them is," and he goes under the table real quick, comes back out with a small glass jar with a stopper on it, and he brings out another container, much longer, kind of like a rounded one, and opens it up. In the jar, there looks to be these tiny orange cubes, and in the container that he opens up, there is a gauntlet with a grapple hook attached to it. And he goes, "These are." They call these breath mints. That's all I know about them. And this is they call this the brass feather hook. And it is exactly what you believe it is, sir. It is a grappling hook with retractable abilities and grappling abilities.
Interesting. Cool. How much for the grappling gauntlet?
Flips through a second. 300 gold for the grappling hook.
All right.
The breath mints are 10 gold apiece.
10 gold apiece.
Yes, sir. Ooh. And I have 10 of them in there.
Very tempting. How much for the both? So I would like. Is there a possibility of getting a deal on a lot of these items? Like if
for sure, sir.
If I were to buy like a good little assortment of them, kind of getting a slight discount on the overall price.
Absolutely, sir. We're very much into the art of bargaining here at the shop.
All right. So far, the things that I would like to purchase that are on the table currently are the Cloak of Displacement that had piqued my interest earlier.
Sure.
Both of these brass feather items here.
All right.
All of the breath mints, by the way.
For sure.
Can I have one? And then, if you could find a a very special sword of some
I have
kind.
2 of them, sir, that might be of fancy to you.
Okay.
Sir. I have 1 second, and he goes back onto the desk and pulls out and sets down 2 swords. One of them is a curved blade, and the other is a straight thin blade. It goes.
Scimitar, pick the scimitar.
He goes,
my
this
lord."
one here. He picks it up and goes, this is a magical sword that once you attune to it, and he holds it out for you for a second, and then as you kind of reach for it, he lets it go early, and it hovers in the air. And as he just kind of like demonstrates
it already.
I want that one.
it floats,
attuned
it
to
floats
it.
in the air around him. And basically says, like, this one kind of becomes your little floating friend during combat. But quite a fancy blade there. Takes it, puts it back down, and he pulls out the other one and goes, this one here is known as the Fool's Blade. Not quite sure what the abilities are of it, but it is another fine magical weapon.
I tend to prefer curved blades, as I kind of pull out my own scimitar and kind of like...
Oh, very nice, sir. Very nice.
Flash that and put it back. And so I think I'll be taking the scimitar.
Oh, the dancing sword, sir.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
So I'll do those 4 items, I think, will be the ones that I'm
You
choosing.
didn't even hear how much
Do you
the
want
sword
to
was.
say the numbers and I'll crunch it for you?
Oh, if you would like to, yes.
Right. Yeah, me. I got this.
All right. So it's 100 for the breath mints.
Yep.
That's it. Just 100.
Look at
I'm
that.
trying to remember what you said.
And
The hook,
everything else.
Yeah.
the hook, which I said was
200?
4.
3.
300. Thank you.
100.
Sorry,
100.
I've said like 2s and 3s a lot, so I'm
Okay,
trying
so
to.
there's 300. So okay,
No.
got it.
And then what else did you
And
say?
then Cloak of
Cloak of
Displacement,
Displacement, which is
and then
400,
Dancing Sword.
and the dancing sword, which is 750.
Yeah, okay.
It's 1550.
Thank you.
1550.
Yep.
Any discounts?
It's
Well,
1540.
you better
It's
ask for one.
1549.
What are you thinking is a reasonable discount for you for these?
So I mean, it's quite a few items.
Yes, sir, it is.
Um,
$1 bomb.
could I drop that down to
$20.
$12.50?
Make a persuasion check.
Holy shit! You're really trying.
That's a 25% discount.
We're trying here.
Think it is
Whoop, that's
Black
not happening.
Friday?
I think it got more expensive.
What do you think it is?
Don't.
What, Michelle?
Well, I will say
What's next?
that is a number that I can show on one hand.
Not great.
No. 5.
He nods and he goes, "No disrespect to you, sir. I appreciate your bargaining spirit, but while it is a few items, it's not quite enough to negate the offset of having some sort
Very
of a
true.
discount. Perhaps if some of your friends want to contribute to the pot, as it were, maybe we can find a way to give you a significant dent."
How low would you be willing to go currently?
At this point, sir,
Best and
what'd you say it
final
was?
offer.
1550.
1550. I'd go to 1450 right now.
Man, I'll take it.
Sold. And he shoves all the stuff.
$14.75.
Shoves all the stuff to you. So
Let me
you've
ask you a
got-
question. Do you do trades?
Oh yes, sir. Absolutely, we do.
What are you going to trade? One of your feet?
They're
So I
lucky.
It's the only thing of
I
value.
walk up to your little counter and all you see is like my 2 ears just kind of sticking up over the edge, and all of a sudden you see this like bone shiv right towards you.
I got this, and it works pretty good.
He picks it up. That is a fine blade, sir. We could add this to the to offset the cost of one of your blades if you would be interested, sir.
I would be much obliged.
Fantastic.
What he's not telling you is that bone blade is made from the tail of a merfolk.
I see.
So, properties.
Take a perception check.
Why? What are you looking to buy in?
I'll go ahead and
That
use a
one
knack
there?
for it.
Was it the 500
18,
gold?
26.
26.
I
He,
don't know
The one with the name?
he goes,
the name, but I don't know
right.
anything about it.
All right. I'm sure that would actually be quite useful. Thank you for that information.
Of course.
No, it's like a 300 gold.
Just
The
for
impact
snail
daggers
bag?
the impact daggers are 300. The one of a kind is 500.
Now $4.95, courtesy of your mole folk tail bone.
Absolutely. $4.99.95.
500, 300.
That 5 copper's really going
what
to come
else
in
is
handy
there?
at dinner time.
Yeah.
maybe the Luckstone.
And the Luckstone was going to be how much?
Luckstone is 250.
250. So that it's just collectively. I'm just working the three of us as a unit here.
Yeah.
So we're at 1,050 between the three of us. I'm thinking that I might just ask for it'd be another 300 to get one of the Ioun stones.
Okay.
And then say, hey, we're spending 1,350 on this whole thing. Why don't you just toss me that shield too?
I mean, I can get in on this too. You want to throw my stuff? Is that helpful?
Whoa! How How did you hear me thinking all of that?
You like telegraph. It's on your face.
Oh, yeah, I'm not especially subtle.
You're like Jake Peralta in that one episode. Okay, Jake, don't freak out.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out. You've never done this before. It's gonna be fine.
You're doing grand.
Thank you.
Let's see what we can talk about.
If we bring too many people on this, it might just become sort of.
Let's do the three of us.
The numbers are too big.
Weird.
I think.
I got a question for you later.
I really need to at least get mine for like $495.
Well,
I think we could get yours for $4.95. Yes.
Cause I need the 5 gold.
I think we can make that happen. Why don't maybe you just put in
Why?
to our collective pot $4.95.
Sure. I mean,
You
but
keep-
that's all of my. I mean,
You keep your 5.
Do I know
Have your $4.95.
this guy?
Tobin?
I'll put in my 5.
I would say you
I don't
probably have.
do we want to
I
just
don't know.
steal
Didn't
it?
you say
I
his
don't-
last name was Magoo?
Yes, I did. Thank
This
you.
is Tobin Magoo.
it's
We
my
forgot to
cousin.
mention that.
I don't know. I don't know how much of a interaction that the Institute of Magics has with a
Assassinate?
magic
they hire a
shop.
few interns every summer. But
You guys
most of
have
them don't
interacted with them
make it.
before,
Yeah,
but
more
you
as
guys
like
are
a
more in the
formality than
area
like
of
a- yeah.
study, and you're not necessarily like
Magical item.
you're not making items. You're mostly just you're trying to understand the art of the weave, as it were.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you
That's fair.
you might know of him because you've probably been here before, but
Don't have any clout or
no, you wouldn't have any like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
With Nell still perched atop my back, I'm gonna say there's sort of a lot to think about.
Right.
My 2 compatriots and I are gonna take a moment and just consider
Absolutely.
our options.
Go right
And
ahead.
I start walking the 2 of us outside,
Okay.
hoping Wyatt will follow.
What is it you want to do? You want me to kill him?
You know, I don't think we need to get there
Hey.
yet because this person could be useful to
Oh yeah,
us
yeah,
again.
yeah. Okay, you sure? Yeah, yeah.
Community.
And
Oh, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
at large, of
Yep,
course.
the
But
community.
if we kill this person, then they're not making any more magic.
Yeah, yeah, this is true. They're not making. Yeah. yeah.
And all of the stuff that Nell is saying is true. Yes.
Okay, cool. Killing's off the board.
I'm willing to put in my 500 gold pieces.
And mine as well.
I put in $495.
495. So we'll stay 5 gold short of 1,500 gold.
That sounds all right. And honestly, I think I could barter with him. It may work, it may not. But also, I have skills otherwise. And some of their cloaks, I know they're really talking them up, but they're kind of shabby. The stitching's not good.
I don't have an eye for these things.
Barrios
but-
is walking past you with his new cloak of protection on. He's like,
Dang it!
I've been had.
This cloak is from
Nell, if you feel like you've got an angle on
Perhaps.
this Tobin fellow, then why don't you lead the way? I'll help
Let's
however
try.
I can.
This is our first real
Hey.
foray, so maybe just watch and learn.
I got an
Of course.
idea. So, we're trying to lean into being good guys or whatever it is.
Oh,
again.
I'm not. I'm just trying to buy things for as cheap as possible.
That's the one.
Well, so, I mean, I don't know what the crime looks like, but we could offer a service and basically be like, well, we'll give you some protection for
I don't know if
half
I want
off.
to be here that long.
This is true.
Let's just give it a go.
Let's try the
Okay.
money thing, and if the money part doesn't work, then we move on from there.
Tobin,
All right. Sounds
we're
good.
ready.
And then we walk back into the store.
Back into the store.
We just announced that from the street.
Yes, yeah.
Huzzah!
Okay. All right. So, what is your bargain with Tobin?
All right, Mr. Tobin, you have lots of beautiful fine wares. And here is our offer. 1,495 gold pieces.
I wouldn't take it, Tobin. You can get more. Sorry, that was the man with the shabby cloak.
For the snail bag, custom,
Okay.
of course. Yikes. The luck stone. The fancy dagger, right? Which one? The one that's like
yeah, the fancy dagger.
Fancy dagger. I hardly
Whatever,
know her.
The one with the name.
the one with the name.
Okay.
And then
That
you
wasn't it,
wanted
Oh.
It was a good try.
The stone you've got there that protects.
a stone of
Okay.
protection. And
What's so funny, Matt?
Words.
That puts you at 1450.
right.
Is that-
So you'd be overpaying.
I was gonna say, I don't know that
Sold.
I was gonna try to run like 200 gold under that and then
Yeah.
ask for more stuff.
What else did you?
And also the shield.
The shield.
Crap, what did I say that was?
We were at
50, like
1450,
50
so I think
gold,
we're
I
at like
think is what it was.
1550.
25
That's fine,
gold.
that's
I think we're looking for like a 55
$1
gold discount
Bob.
right now.
Oh, so you're looking to throw the shield in at
$70?
so all that stuff for $14.95.
Just add it all. Just add it all.
I
up.
just said
I did.
$70.
So we're at 1550
Right, and you want to pay
would be the
$14.95
cost,
for it.
and we're offering 14.95. It's an
And
interesting way to go about things.
Perhaps. I don't know if you'd all be willing. But there was a belt of giant strength as well, I think.
Uh-huh.
It was actually a giant belt of strength.
A giant, a very big
It's a
belt.
Just a massive belt of
cummerbund of strength.
It fits around all of you.
And I don't know if you ever would trade services for work as well. Shut up, Will.
What?
I saw your
Drew's
eyebrows.
eyebrows went to the ceiling.
Mine did that.
I don't know if you're familiar with the tailor or workmanship of the Order of the Outfitters, but I've been classically trained there.
Jaw
I'd
drops.
be happy to make some cloaks for you if you'd like to enchant them.
Flips out of his chair.
If maybe
Kestis is sort of going like, are you sure?
I'm sure.
That's quite the
If I
service
made
you're offering.
you 4 cloaks of very fine quality, would you be willing to trade that as well?
Okay, so you want
Uh-oh.
Do we need to leave the room? Did you guys negotiate?
Yeah, I'm about to trade him 4 cloaks of very
Calvin's
fine quality.
like, Michelle, so you're saying
okay, so you want an
4
iron stone for 350,
cloaks
Yeah.
a shield for
of
100.
very
Will, do the
fine
math for me.
Quality.
Be useful. Get
Will,
off there.
do the math for me.
I mean, if that
We're at
doesn't work,
Sorry,
Stone,
I'll
I'm
just say,
a stone
hey,
for 350, a shield for
I'll let you take me
100,
on
That's
a date.
450.
a dagger for 500,
That's 950.
Gross.
a bag for
Gross.
300.
That's 1250.
What was the other? And the luck stone for 250.
That's 1500 exactly.
15 exactly?
Yeah.
So you want that, and then you're wanting to add the 450 gold piece, Dwarf of-
thing there.
Let me haggle.
okay? And in exchange, you're going to throw in 4 finely tuned,
Finely
tailored
made cloaks.
cloaks.
Yes.
You know you guys were like 5 gold short, right? And
Yeah.
you're offering a whole bunch of money in services?
No, we're
No,
we're
because
like
they're throwing in a 450.
450
Yeah, they're throwing in a
gold.
$450 belt as well. So
You
now
guys
they're
are
at
1500
19.
amongst the 3 of you?
They're at 1950 right now, and they want to pay $14.95 and 4 cloaks.
Tell you
and a
what,
dagger.
what if we can get that to 1500 and the cloaks?
1,500 in the cloaks.
Nice,
Okay.
a nice round number.
Make
And then I start nudging
persuasion
Connie.
check. Oh wait, here's the first question: are you actually going to do it?
Starting to
Yeah.
You're going to make those 4 cloaks.
Yeah. I'll.
Out of what material?
I will have to go get some.
Okay.
we just got so much off the ship. I'm
We
sure
patched-
there's fine material on the ship.
Passed so many.
Did sell most of that.
We know is around.
Yeah, but
though.
didn't we
could go-
pass like a lot of like clothing vendors?
Oh,
like
of course
cloth
you did,
vendors?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I met one of the baristas across the street. Their sister actually works at a fabric store. She said it's the nicest one here.
Oh, you met Joanne.
yeah.
Joanne and her
yeah.
fabrics.
And her brother Michael.
Before you roll persuasion, can I also convince you that in making a show of going that's a lot on offer, that's help action on this roll? It's an advantaged roll in saying like that. Whoa, that's so valuable. Are you sure you want to do that?
You know what? Sure. Go ahead. Roll your persuasion
was
check with
good.
advantage.
Okay.
smart.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Okay. We're talking a 29 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 29,
Use your knack for it.
31,
A little bit above a 30.
Aim for 35. This might be impossible difficulty.
37.
That's what I'm talking about. We are now
It's
Barnes
fun
and
to roll
Noble.
a stupid number every once in a while.
Almost at 40.
You got yourself a deal.
And he throws in dinner at the restaurant down the street.
Ooh.
All right. So, Wyatt, you get Siuntha. You get
What?
Nell. You get what's called the Snell bag.
We all know that was overpriced for the glue that they.
The smell bag?
Yeah.
You better look and see what it is before you make assumptions.
You're right. You're right.
And then a luck stone, and then go ahead, cast this, and get a sentinel shield, and then a dwarf belt of dwarven kind. Believe the hill giant variety.
What again?
It's a
How do you?
it's a dagger called Siuntha.
How do you spell that?
S.
What am I looking for when I'm putting this in?
A dagger.
Just a dagger.
Just go into your inventory.
Dagger.
Yeah.
Go into manage inventory, and when you go to search, type in Senuta, and it should pop up.
I had a cousin named
What's happening here
Senuta.
real quick?
Out of curiosity, Kessis, how do you wear a belt of dwarven kind? Is it around your upper torso? Is it like a Is it like a girdle around the horse
It's at person waist.
person waist?
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure.
Do you have a belly button? Have we asked this before?
Yeah, horses have belly buttons.
Spell Sinuth again.
Here, now I'll do it.
Senuta.
Real quick. There's only one there.
I love it. Calvin thinks
You.
it's called Snell's bag of tricks.
Aw.
Okay.
I cannot wait to read whatever that
stuff
does.
was also in because I just typed it in like manually.
Yeah.
And then I realized that there were actual.
They're actual items because I made them for you. Yeah. So you've got. Oh yeah. So you've got a dancing
This is the
sword.
bell.
Dancing
This is
sword,
Dancing sword.
cloak of displacement,
Cloak of displacement.
10 breath mints, and then
Yeah.
the hook.
And then just if you type in brass feather, say brass feather hook and brass feather breath mints, they should all appear. So, and then I think the dancing sword can be any sword. So I think you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're good.
I added it as specifically as the
As
centaur.
that one.
God,
Okay, cool.
Dancing Queen is in my head hard right now.
Tobin, it was a
That's
pleasure
constant
doing
play.
business with you.
Pleasure's all mine.
It's you run a fine business here.
Thank you.
It's like those
Shakes your hand.
toothbrushes that you like
Um,
play the song.
Me and my new belt.
Oh, did you get
Yeah,
it?
but it's
Did you get his stone as well? What stone did you want?
The protection.
Protection. All right.
Still
So the protection is
another
yours.
Bump to my
All right.
armor class.
Okay.
Can I roll
I had magic armor.
perception checks? A few of them for that whole period. I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
For sure. Yeah. What do you want to be rolling for?
18.
What are you trying to percept?
Not that.
Have he's just trying to scope scope the place out.
Okay.
While everyone's like doing this, he's just
Sure.
like it was like
Are you casing the joint right now?
yeah.
Okay.
We did
Yeah.
just show up in town and just start throwing money at people.
Yeah, it's a port city. What was your roll?
It was a complete mixed bag all over the place.
What was your highest roll?
23.
Okay. What specifically were you looking for?
Ingress and egress points and like kind of the flow of business, like any kind of security measures, anything.
Air vents large enough for a person to crawl through.
Yeah.
With-
Lines of sight, things
Yeah,
like that.
with kind of looking
Operate,
around.
yeah.
With kind of looking around and looking over the place, you can see that
Did I see like
it's divided into two spots. There is looks like the workshop area where people are actively working on items of certain kinds off to one side, and then over in your guys' area, you're working in an area where there is just the stone wall with a bunch of shelves with all the kinds of items, the long wooden table where the attendants are standing, a door behind them that has got a curtain across it that you haven't been able to see into yet. And then the open doorway, like this is built into the side of the mountain, so it's very much like, I don't want to say it's like cave-like, but it's built into the side of the cliffs, so it's not just like an open market. So what it opens out into is the like walkways that run across the front
like a
of
plaza.
the front face. But yeah, it's an open area, and what you can see security-wise, all you know is that you can see certain like runic symbols kind of etched into certain spots in the walls and on the floors, but nothing to give you. There's no like giant security guard standing at the door.
no like schedules of like work schedules
When all
or
the gold will be in the cash register.
yeah, like basically.
Like so,
anything posted, like.
No, there's nothing that says like this is when we do all this stuff.
Here's
It just
our
seems like
lunch
No,
with
like
a 20
closing checklist or anything like that.
with a 23 you can
How
see
does this place freaking run? What?
What's magic?
with
People
a
can work
23
24/7.
you can see one thing though. You can see that the desk or the table, the counter that they're working at, anytime they go underneath it and pull objects out, they should not be pulling out the amount of objects they are.
Fun.
That's the biggest thing you see of like when he pulled the swords out, you're like, how did he have swords down there? Like he should not have had those that quickly, and he went down and brought them up. So yeah, that's the one major thing you're like, that's interesting. So okay. Anyone else looking to buy, sell, trade before we move on to the next thing?
No one bought any of my stuff, did they?
No.
Oh, that's
You
good.
still have gold on you.
Yeah.
I might need some.
How much? For what?
To buy fabric.
Okay.
I realize I promised 4 cloaks and spent all mine.
Yeah.
But I'll pay back
Sure.
I didn't buy anything either, so I can help.
with dividends.
Yeah.
Oh, with dividends.
Yeah, we have
Alright.
money. Hey, I think I'd like to try on that the cape of Montbank.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he produces the cape and shows it to you.
How much was that
500.
for this?
Yes.
And you said it teleports you.
Right, sir. It does.
Like, how does that work? You just like think
It's
it.
I believe so, sir. I think it's a.
Like, if I was gonna say like, teleport me. How far away is that? The door with the curtain in front of it.
Up to no good, this guy.
Like probably 15 feet behind him.
Okay. So if I was to say think, like teleport me 20 feet in that direction, is that how it would work?
I would guess so, sir. I've never used one myself.
I think it.
Uh,
It requires no attunement.
yeah. Are you doing beyond the door?
Yeah. 20, it's another few feet, like
Okay.
just the other side of the curtain.
Yeah. So you
Far enough that it doesn't cause a wind disturbance in the.
You cast Dimension Door.
Yeah.
And as you do, you watch as there's a cloud of smoke from where he was. You hear a as he appears in another spot, and there is a moment of chaos as like people are like trying to figure out what the heck just happened. There's lightly obscuring smoke everywhere, and you appear on the other side of the curtain.
Sweet. What do I witness? What do I see?
You can see what looks to be a continuation of a room. It looks to be a hallway that goes down and opens up into a larger room. With you can see these like weird, kind of like multicolored lights that kind of flicker every once in a while. But there's like a room or a chamber beyond, probably another 30 feet down. And the walls in here are also lined with a bunch of items.
Okay.
So
He's going to need to roll a performance check as he stumbles out, acting as if this is completely accidental.
okay, sure it's not a deception check. Or...
Yeah, that one. They're the same. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's a 13. However we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's exactly how that works, but I'm definitely going to need to work on my aim.
Oh my goodness, sir, are you quite all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I think I scared a few people in the back.
Oh, apologies. I probably should have mentioned that before I let you try it on. Foolish me. Hopefully, Mr. Barnes doesn't get me for that. So yes, that's essentially what the properties of the cape are.
You said how much?
500.
Well, slightly used now. Could I get it for like 450?
Make a persuasion check.
Did you say no? I'll add 5. I'll add 5 to that. So 16.
He has a weird look across his face, and he goes, "Absolutely, sir, no problem."
Okay, great. I'll take it.
All right.
Oh, Hey, I don't know that I'm gonna be around here much longer, so these are for you. And he's gonna hand him like a couple completed loyalty cards that he got from the place across the street when he got all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
like I think they each good for like a free drink or something.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Much
you got-
obliged.
Yeah, you got it. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
No, pleasure's all mine.
I thought this was a coffee at the Delaware plug that he was trying to sneak in there.
Oh, weird. The loyalty cat said coffee at the Delaware. What a weird
Weird.
coincidence.
Now it is.
Open
Now,
now
yeah.
from 7 to 2.
Available now.
Fell for it.
You said what?
You fell for it.
You gave the advertisement.
He actually wanted you to say it, and it worked.
Oh, no.
I
Okay.
inceptioned you.
Your
With
head, man.
all right, with that, the party
Here's 45 gold. I'm
Heads
keeping
out?
5.
I got a question for you real quick before we go.
Yeah.
Is there like a music store around here?
Yes.
Specifically a place where I can go get, I got a piano I'm trying to fix. Somebody can get,
Asking for some piano
I like to tickle the ivories and my piano's busted. I
We're
need to
pretty
go
sure
get it.
he's an assassin and he's looking for some like Wyatt to throttle people with.
Explicitly piano wire.
Not quite sure what a piano is, and we'll be honest with you. We do. There is
A fantasy harpsichord.
Oh, we do have a fantasy harpsichord.
Okay.
I would
No.
suggest,
Fantasy harpsichord won't work. It just has to be a straight harpsichord.
We're on island
I
time with
would
ukuleles and
suggest-
steel drums.
I would
fair.
suggest checking with the general store
Very
further
true.
down the docks. They probably have supplies of several kinds.
All right,
You could
cool.
like tie
Sounds
two
good.
ukulele strings together and then maybe.
He walks into the general store and just hears, feeling hot, hot, hot.
It's not that, if your time together is not as strong,
Sinew's pretty
doesn't
steady.
hold the note real well.
Okay, so you guys are heading out to the general store here at the docks. You guys make your way down the side of the cliffs and begin to make your way back down to the floating dock area, moving just kind of in throughout the city, bustling, full of people and full of life at this point. As you're all walking, Wyatt, go ahead and make a perception check for me as you guys are moving through the area here.
Oh boy.
Holy.
Wait,
What a roll.
what just happened?
28. I perceive everything.
Yeah, it's not hard to.
What's happening? What's happening on his computer, Calvin?
I have no idea.
His D20 blew up.
Calvin,
Oh,
what's
because he
happening?
rolled a digital die, so it did a thing. Yeah, it did a
Ooh,
thing, yeah.
tactile or nothing.
So as you are
If I got space, I would.
as you are walking through the area, all of a sudden, like there's a moment where everything goes like super quiet, and you watch as like the crowd like parts around an area, and you can see standing about 45 feet away from you, Wyatt, is this massive hulking humanoid who just stares you down with like a scar across his eye and mouth, and he goes, "They've been looking everywhere for you."
From
Are we with him?
if you
You
don't,
guys are, it's everyone in the everyone's just walking. All of a sudden, it's like, why is the crowd? Oh shit! And there's this guy just standing there.
if you don't mind, what's your name? Because I don't recognize you at all.
No more wordplays from you, Tish. Now you die. And he reaches and pulls out 2 moles. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I lean over to Connie
Can
while
we
he's doing
all
that.
roll initiative? On
It
this?
starts with him, and then you guys can hop in. It's the moment of what is going on, and then it's
Who's this guy?
I've seen a lover's quarrel like this before. You don't want to get in the middle of it.
What's a lover
Okay.
squirrel?
It's when 2 people that had consensual intercourse
22.
break things off and then meet again later.
Whoa! You should not break things off while
All right.
having sexual intercourse.
rolls a,
Like you be
19.
gentle. You be.
all right. So, start of this combat, he pulls out these 2 mauls from the sides of his from his belt and begins to lumber towards you. You have the start because you're a little bit faster. What do you do?
He's lumbering. Hurry. What would you do?
Lumbering. Sorry, I was not thinking that I was going to get attacked.
That was the point. All right, what are you doing?
Yeah, why not? I don't.
He's running slow as shit right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Does this guy
I'm
have
just-
what weapons did he pull out?
2 like mauls or like hammers. Damn it. What are you doing?
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to attack with my Sanutha,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my assassinate feat.
Okay.
Right, but there's no exceptions.
And
Try to murder him.
Okay.
Very specific.
that'd be a 22 to hit.
A 22 will hit.
Short sword.
Okay, so
Right. But I want like see my hit dice and to get like
any hit I score against the creature is a critical hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So roll the damage. You hit him. Do the damage, man.
I didn't figure I needed to because it's automatic.
It's not an automatic.
It's not an automatic
assassination.
hit. It's an
So-
automatic.
But I can't-
You roll a critical, so it's a crit. So roll your damage and double it, or roll twice as many dice.
that's fine.
But you can do 2.
With tactile dice, you always choose roll twice as many dice.
That's true. That's a lot more dice to roll.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so much more fun.
You could still
Hearing all the clack clack.
The Yahtzee cup as you're just shaking that thing up. Yeah.
That'd be
That's good
10.
10 points of damage.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
about your- don't you get sneak attack on assassinate?
Yeah.
So you should be adding like
well.
3 or 4 d6.
Yeah. You should be adding your assassinate as well.
All right.
He's roguing it up over there.
I
on,
would
Sneak
hope
Attack
so. We have to give him credit. This is the first time he's ever actually used his character.
Yeah. I mean,
True. I
He's
got
like,
to use it
wait.
before Matt.
That's
should
true.
be
You got to do it before he did.
18 all total.
18 all said and done?
Sneak attack is double too, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Sneak attack is double.
Yeah.
Rolled
Is it?
this double.
Yes, it's
And
all the
any
dice
dice
values
you
are doubled.
roll
It's 26 or
So that would be
26 plus 10. 36.
no.
So in the realm of tactile dice, it would have sounded like
Ah,
What
yes.
was the previous?
For the listeners.
Yahtzee.
Did you roll these all
That
digitally?
is-
yeah.
16,
It should.
32.
If you pull up this little die, it should still freeze.
Damn
It's
it.
32.
32 points of damage?
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna jump up onto his chest and then basically just right to the side of the neck
Okay.
around.
And please kick off.
Yeah,
letting
so
his body
you
drop to the
you
floor.
jump up as he lifts both his balls up. You land right into his chest, and immediately he like stops for a second and goes, "Now I know you're the best," and falls down dead.
Well, I guess we're not interrogating this one.
Connie's gobsmacked.
What was that? Who's that guy?
The hell if I know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you just
you-
killed him, so I'd hope you'd know.
You know him better than any of the rest of us?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know where that came from, and I don't recognize that dude one bit.
Wait, are you saying you don't know where what you
I hate
just
to say
did
it, I
came
don't know
from?
this man.
No,
And I know I'm gonna say, I am sorry to this man. I
don't
do
know.
not know him.
I saw him
Funky
running.
key.
I didn't want to die, and all of a sudden, some sort of instinct kicked in, and voila!
Oh my god.
Is there like
Yeah.
Can you roll perception check for me?
Yeah.
Jesus
Boy,
born? It's
can
Jason
I.
Christ.
I was also
Please make it be a
Go
good
ahead.
one.
Yeah, if you want to roll.
looking around.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception. Yeah.
I'll say-
yeah.
Possibly
19.
panicking crowd.
19.
Can I jump into that too?
We'll wait here. Let these two do it.
I'm gonna-
That's a 15.
Okay, yeah, both of you easy enough because you were both looking out. The chaos of the moment is starting to build, and both of you immediately, as he's like, I don't know what's going on, you look and you go, we maybe have 30 seconds before somebody of authority will be here.
Can I-
Because you can see the crowds are moving away in a panic, and now you can see individuals are moving towards the chaos, so it's like...
I'm gonna pat him down real quick and see if he has anything on him that might be a descriptor.
I'm gonna run past him,
split
grabbing him
second.
by the collar and dragging him off and disappear into the crowd.
So I will give you a quick investigation check. I will raise the DC because it is going to be interrupted by him grabbing you. Everyone else, what are you guys doing?
Can I try to run after Connie and hit this guy with cure wounds? Is it too late?
Oh, 100% too late. He's dead.
He got him good.
Cure Wounds is only helpful when they are making death saving throws. He is
when
not.
Nell goes that way, I'm gonna be right behind her and just grab her and throw her.
Okay. So we're making an escape.
I'm gonna
was terrible.
quickly.
Would you roll?
6.
6?
It's hard to do.
Hard to pat down a pocket.
You reach into his leather jerkin and start to like rummage around. He's got nothing other than this, the malls that he has on his person, his leather armor, and like maybe a little container, like a little like day rucksack that was like attached to the side of him. There was no like. You swear there was a moment where there might have been something where it's like, is that like a tattoo or something? But as soon as that happens, whoa! You're picked up and Connie is booking it.
While that's happening, I'm going to sorcery point subtly cast confusion.
Okay.
On just a 10-foot square of the crowd. Mm-hmm. So spell assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. Each creature in a 10-foot radius centered on a point you choose must succeed on a wisdom save or be affected by it. So give me some...
those are fails.
I'm going to pick a different 10-foot radius and cast the same thing.
Yeah. How many... Yeah, let's figure out...
What's your DC?
14.
Fail.
How many people is it all together?
In a 10-foot radius?
Yeah.
Probably about 6 or 7 apiece.
Oh, boy.
And I'm going to say, guys, let's get lost and cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone.
Okay. What are you doing?
With my new hook
Yeah.
thing, do I see the little, like, rucksack thingy that
Yeah.
is attached to him?
Yeah.
Nice.
Could I try to, like, as we're running, just, like grapple?
Make a dexterity check, see if you can
And blast
aim at it.
While
Can
that's
I
happening,
message everyone and say, follow me? And try
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
yeah.
You absolutely
Lead them
can.
That's
The,
what I'm
um,
talking about.
the effect of my confusion is that the creatures use their action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature.
Yep. I've got four people that have to do the same thing. The other two just stand there.
Okay.
I rolled for the whole group. Is that?
That's fine. Yeah,
Deal.
you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So basically, people are running, and as you guys are sprinting away, Kessis, you check somebody in the shoulder who spins very dramatically into a like a cart, and you hear somebody go, "My cabbages!" and then fists start flying.
Why
and you
cabbages?
hear the sound of very much like British constable whistles being blown, and so it's like, "Oh, we gotta get!" And so you guys break into the crowd. Chaos erupts behind you. You dip out without an issue.
I'm thinking of that scene in Hot Rod when he's going towards the final jump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Grab, pull through the chaos. You're good to go.
Does a person have to be alive to cast polymorph?
Oh, that is awesome.
Age-old question.
That is awesome.
I think maybe they cease to be a creature if they're dead.
No, they
They
just become
become
a
an
dead
object.
whatever
Yeah, I think they're an
else.
object. I think they're a body, not a
Inanimate
person.
object. Wow, that's deep.
Well, that's true. Baldur's Gate does say that, so no, you can't. I'm taking that from Baldur's Gate. It's an object, not a person.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I don't like it going that direction.
Yeah, I don't either.
The other way's fine, but I don't like it.
Just curious.
Okay, so you guys run about
Like
30
no
feet
spider
and then
climb
stop
is what
and
he's
then
gonna
walk
say
real
next.
slow because Zook is very. I'm kidding. You run fast. Everyone's like, "Where are we going?" This way.
We take off and then we all catch up to the turtle and we're all like,
You follow me, but give me
you
a
know how like
10-minute
a
head
horse
start.
gets anxious, just jumping.
paw on the ground. Like, come on, guys.
Follow
okay.
me, but give me 10-minute head start.
He's like constantly like just getting a little too close and kind of losing his
Oh, right, back
balance
off.
right into the back. of him.
Okay, so you guys all rush off into the port city, and you disappear. You disappear for a time. Gathering at probably about a half mile away, you all gather at a local tavern where you can immediately come in, sit down, and kind of pause and breathe as it seems
Are
like
we
the chaos
weakened at
of
burning with this guy?
We left him.
the chaos
Oh,
of
He's got a
the
satchel.
the chaos of the killing seems to have stretched away from you, and then after a few minutes, it does not sound like anybody is in pursuit of you. So, for the time being, you are safe.
Can I just do like a quick visual check? Is he like covered in blood? Is there like blood any place? Or
Who?
Like, for
Wyatt?
Wyatt, yeah.
Yeah, make a perception
Oh,
check.
is there? I like the thought that he's so
Perception
good
check, he's
that he
so-
like
19.
landed on his chest.
Yeah,
just went
he.
so
there's a
fast
little
and
bit.
kicked off
Dodged
that
the
nothing
blood
got
spurt.
on.
There's a little bit of blood on his like hand, and his dagger, which he's kind of like just kind of stuck back into his like belt or whatever.
Gross.
Like there's it looks like it's a little bit like bloodied, but he's in the sheet, so it's not bloody anymore.
Okay.
But like there's a little blood on the handle, and there's some blood on his hand from where he stabbed.
Maybe clean yourself up.
God, like for real. I mean, like holistically.
Yeah, like emotionally, you should probably scrub.
No. Listen, I don't think we should even begin to start, breaking this down and figuring this out.
Not here, not now.
No, we gotta. Hey, thanks for getting us out of there. Where should we go? Where should we go?
Yeah, you're like dabbling in Christopher Walken with a couple of... Where?
I didn't mean to.
Also, would you like to hold out your hand for a moment?
My hand?
He's
Yeah,
gonna
just hold out the hand that's like bloodied for a second.
I want to stab him too.
Cut
Don't.
it off.
Oh.
But what?
Cut it off.
I'm going to clean it, so it's like we can't be... So they don't see that your hand is like coated in blood.
I mean, I
Wyatt.
could.
Tidy up. Just
Okay,
tidy
I'm
up.
just saying I could go find some water or something.
I'm just gonna quickly cast Prestidigitation.
Of course,
and just
yeah.
Clean all the blood.
Yeah. The blood immediately becomes solid and just like sand just kind of falls out. Like just you brush your hands, it's gone.
Cool.
We've got to stop doing this.
I know they're upset,
Yeah, I agree.
but Wyatt is surprisingly unnerved at what he did.
Yeah.
This is intriguing. Also, if you were needing to look through any of his things, because we did have to leave pretty quickly, I set down the rucksack.
Okay.
I did take this. So if you needed to look through and see if he had any items on him that could give a description of why you just murdered a man in broad daylight.
Shut up.
Here is this.
I think maybe we shouldn't have this conversation until we're somewhere safe, like the boat.
Well, that's true. I mean, also, like, generally, we all look like adventurers, so it's like
How
people
so?
dying is. I mean, we're all a group of a bunch of very random-looking people.
Not you. You look
All
like a
together
pudgy naked
for like a
chicken.
reason.
But
So it's like,
Pudgy. We all just did a 3-month-long weight cut.
And we are really trying to
somehow
figure out
you're
how you
still
gained weight and
still
got squishy. Yeah.
that's also a thing that we probably,
That's
if
fair.
we're not bringing up the thing that just happened,
Maybe we don't
maybe we don't bring about the
before
thing that happened
either.
before I met you all.
What thing?
exactly.
The break.
Well, if we want to
We'll call
go to
that.
someplace safe, I know a lot of people at the Institute for Magics. I studied there for 15 plus years and did some substitute teaching
Sure.
as well.
You
How
lead,
far is that?
Lead the way.
It's just a few miles up the road. It's can't miss it.
How do they feel about fugitives?
Maybe we don't tell them we're fugitives.
Yeah, I don't know that we would necessarily say that,
Don't
but
say we.
We're just we're guests of former
the
professor.
fact that I'm in disguise right now, like I
that's
have some
fine.
questions. I need to figure some things out, and maybe we can figure out whatever the heck that was.
I know it's the last thing on the list, but I do owe those people 4 fabric cloaks. So,
Please don't use F words.
fine.
There's a
I
cloak.
mean-
There's a fabric store on the way. We can dip in quick.
I'm a little
Joanne's?
concerned if we go to your people's place that I don't know who that was or where he came from. I don't want to get somebody else.
Wyatt, I'll go ahead
In
and use
trouble.
some context clues for this. It seems like all of the unsavory characters that seem to have a target on your head, far too many, by the way, you need to sort that, have not been the upper echelon variety. They have not been scholars.
What targets has
think-
Wyatt had?
That one,
What?
and then the one before.
What?
What targets has Wyatt had?
No. People who were targeting him.
Yeah, who?
There's that guy in the prison who recognized him.
It wasn't. It didn't target Wyatt. He was scared of Wyatt.
Okay, sure. But anyways,
This fellow seemed like he,
all right,
he
pick
knew
up on
that he
my
should be
words,
afraid
damn
of
it.
Wyatt.
Well, you said like all the people who have
Listen,
targeted you.
I
I'm like,
understand
there
exactly what
wasn't
you mean.
many.
Whatever reputation
Who
you,
have-
you have,
yes.
Wow, I think we all got it.
I don't think they are of the
You're a terrible person. Is what.
high intelligent variety.
Can we address the
She's
Loxodon in the
saying
room?
only scumbags
Yes.
are after you or scared
Not
of you.
you, the other Loxodon in the room.
well.
What's the locks? I know, do I know what that is?
Listen, I've done a lot of
sort
weird
of an
stuff.
elephant man.
Good for you.
I don't feel like hanging out
Yeah,
with
you
a sawed-off
have.
monster for the rest of my life.
I mean,
Oh, because he's short.
Exactly.
Oh.
like I said, I don't know why I did that. I don't remember who. I don't know who that person is. I got no clue.
Can I just say that's very reassuring that you just murdered someone in less than a second and just, I don't know what brought about murder.
It should be all right. I mean, I've been around you guys long enough that nothing's happened like that.
Never seen you do that before.
I don't ever remember doing anything like
If
that
it's all
before.
the same, maybe we strive toward answers together while we go.
Zook, why don't you lead the way?
Yo, the institute's pretty safe. I appreciate the concern, but it's a school, so the security's pretty high. And
There's children?
Oh, good idea. Let's bring him to a school.
not children.
Jeez Louise.
It's like a college.
All right, I'm cutting this off. You guys head to the Institute
We're going to
of
the Institute.
Magics. As you guys arrive at the place that Zook points out, you can see it is a old building, very much in the very ziggurat style of a lot of the older buildings around here. But as you can see, it is set a little bit further inland. So as you guys come around the sides of the cliffs, you can see the cliffs recede into tropic beaches and forests that lead a well-traveled road. And as you guys follow that road for a few miles, you arrive at the place that he calls the Institute of Magics. It's a gloriously well-maintained structure that towers probably 200 to 300 feet into the air, towering above the trees of this place. There are courtyards of open grass. There are areas of study. You can see many different individuals moving in and throughout these areas. People who are dressed in holy attire, people who are writing in scrolls or arguing the semantics of spells. You can see there are fields where individuals are casting spells and working together to learn the intricacies of the spells. As you approach, you're immediately greeted by one of the acolytes who just immediately grants you entrance and says that you are welcome to peruse and do what is necessary. If you're looking for anybody in particular, they're happy to direct you to anybody, but they're like just this. The Institute of Magic is open to any and all seeking to understand the art of the arcane.
So very secure, like I was saying.
Open to everybody.
Hey guys, what was that name that that guy called Wyatt?
Kakarot.
Close enough. Khan, I believe is what it was.
The Tish.
The Tish.
The Tish.
Is that like the Tish? Like there's only one Tish and he is the Tish.
Sounds like it.
You think it's short for Letitia?
Tissue.
I can only assume. I mean, I hadn't really considered any other option.
Have I heard that name before?
Make a history check.
Well, I mean, we're in a building full of books and nerds.
Mhm.
I will concert Wordle and ask Wordle if he knows anything of the Tish.
Wordle, the turd.
Wordle the turtle.
However,
Wardle
upon
the
asking
twirl.
Zook about anybody who could have that, he does point you to the room. He does point you to the. Oh, I forgot what that stupid thing is called. Archives.
Ah, yes.
Would you roll?
Stupid archive.
Unnatural 20.
Yes, you have heard that name before.
Ooh.
I will text you what it is, what you know.
That's a good idea.
I'll text you what you know.
Because we violated the you don't hear this rule many times.
But as you're thinking about this in your head, you begin to walk them towards the damn it, I just lost it again. Archives, thank you. You walk towards the archives. And as you do, you step into the room, and you're hoping you see the person you're looking for here. And sure enough, as you walk in, you hear the sounds of this dull thumping as a larger creature's walking around the room, just kind of humming to themselves. Thank you, Drew. And as they do, coming around one of the corners, you can see this very tall, very long-necked turtle who has this like orange coloration across the front of his shell, and he's got the tiniest little spectacles set on his nose, and he swings his head around and goes.
I immediately drop the altar self.
Yeah, he's. Welcome to the.
Jesus Christ.
He's
Sloths and Zootopia.
Zook. And this is your good friend Wook.
Of course it is.
Woke
I thought it was Master Oogway.
And he walks over and just this awkward, just like clunk, 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 as he tries to like embrace Zook and pulls away. He goes, "You look well, my friend. How have you been?"
Ooh, that's kind of a loaded question.
Sorry.
That
Don't
moment
mean
in Two
to.
Towers when the ends had a
Don't mean to
conversation.
pry. I was just hoping to learn about what you've been doing on your adventures. It's been many years since you've been gone.
It has been many years. I haven't been able to come back for many
course,
reasons.
of course.
I actually was going to ask around and see if some of the other masters may know if I haven't been able to come back because I kind of got in a little situation and been under contract or something.
Please
and,
tell me they do some sort of like turtle like slow motion like handshake or something like
We're
that.
doing it as we're talking.
Yeah,
It's been doing the entire time. He nods. He nods. And he goes, "Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to be here right now. I was gonna go see if Master Kook had any idea if it's safe for me to be here right now. But
well, I know that Master Cook is not here today. He should be here tomorrow. He's been traveling for a week or so. But Hook is here in the building, and Cook as well.
okay,
This is what you chose.
No, I know.
There
I
can
love
only
it.
be 26 turtles if this is the naming
That's
convention.
absolutely right.
no, there's there's Master Frook.
You can add letters.
Is there
to
a, is there a
Fruit by the foot Magoop.
Oh, so you could do even like multiple syllables.
Oh, yeah.
when they die, every one of them changes their name to Spook.
No, that's actually the master of the undead arcane. So he is still alive.
Master Spook.
Master
I
Spook.
love the name Spook Magoop.
They don't have all of the same last name.
Yeah, they're not all of them are named
Smith?
Magoop.
What about
Oh.
Scoop Magoop?
Oh, really?
Specifically-
What are the other last names?
This Wook's last name is Turkon.
All right, that's not even close to Magoop.
Yeah, that's the point.
So everyone
Duh.
has names that rhyme. First names that
Just
rhyme.
the ones that came from my turtle village.
Okay.
All
The
of
last
the
names are
first
different,
names are
but-
the last
What's
the
your
surnames
village
are.
called?
Huh?
What's the village called?
Book.
That's like sort of if me and all of
Gainesville.
my neighbors were named Baytown, K-Town, Laytown, Daytown.
Yeah, that's 100% what it is. Wyatt's story's looking pretty good now, isn't it?
But it can get more complicated and be like.
So much, it's so endearing.
It's really lovely.
But yeah, so you he kind of like just got this big old turtle smile, and he's like, "What can is there anything I can do for you?" Well, you're welcome to stay the night here at the Institute while you wait for Master Kook to return.
Yeah, they have great guest rooms for you guys. They'll treat you fair. These are my friends. They'll.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Wook. I am the head of the library here and the archives here in the Institute.
What an honor to meet you, Wook.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm one of a few of the few turtles here from the islands that we helped build this place. So me and a few of the others come here and help support the travelers as they come to learn their magics.
Well, I appreciate it so much. I could use a good night's rest.
Of course.
I do too. I had a question while we're at it. Have you heard of
His name is Arius.
Oh,
And my name's Nell, by the way.
Pleasure.
yes.
I don't.
Oh, I'm Connie. He's.
It's getting worse.
He's
Picturing Jabba the Hutt's tongue waving back and forth.
Good job. When you did that, it reminded me of like a kid trying to like roll their R's.
yeah. It's like, Barrios.
I'll have the tacos.
Kid or Will.
Birria tacos. Can I have the case of birrias, please?
Maria.
Birria.
Hey, what do you call the word for neighborhood in Spanish?
Biblioteca?
Well, okay. I was thinking it was burrito.
If there's anything I can do for you, Zook, just let me know. Oh, yeah. There was a little situation when we were in not too long ago where we kind of lost all our stuff. So, oh, dear. If you had any, like, spell books or grimoires or anything like that I could borrow.
There's a spare grimoire lying around.
You know,
Grimoire.
I know. I hear it
This
too.
is a magical institute. It makes sense.
My sister, she talks like that. Like that's nothing too. It's like it sounds weird to us, but
it hurts my heart that you lost your spellbook, Zook. But don't worry, we will find you one to replace it. I appreciate that.
It's gonna be a pop-up.
He immediately turns around and shuffles over to
half the magic's done.
shuffles over to a little cage, opens it up, pulls out a pigeon, and begins to whisper something to the pigeon, and then just kind of like looks at a window. On the window because it's not open. He goes,
no.
Cast Mage Hand, opens the window. Pigeon
grabs the next pigeon.
He gives
takes
it one
the
little
message off the
healing
dead
word
pigeon,
to the pigeon,
pushes it over the edge, and you hear it like.
Yeah, it does a little chrono.
They'll get it taken care of.
Reverses time
Yeah.
so that the pigeon has
Time
not
reverse,
experienced
Dormammu.
this.
We're all bleeding out of our noses. Like, what the fuck just happened?
You get used
I
to
don't
it.
like this place anymore, Zook.
You get used to it.
No.
So he,
don't want to.
so he sends the pigeon to find you another spellbook, and says, and he shows you guys to the guest chambers, which is a very large, looks to be some sort of like a dormitory with open spaces and a lot of beds that you all can go find and pick out for yourselves. He says that dinner will be ready in an hour, and and says if you need me, you can find me in the archives. That's where I read and work.
Cool. Hey, before you go to the archives, can you throw a pigeon at another window to find out about the Tish?
What? You're looking for information on something?
Yes, the Tish.
This is going to be how I refer to doing research from here
More-
on.
Throw a pigeon at a
Throw a
window.
pigeon in a window for me and
Hey,
find
I had
out.
a quick question. You ever thrown a pigeon at this window?
Now you're going to see pastors all over the country.
Okay.
This week,
Hey, I wanted
during
to-
my pigeon at the window time.
Hey, I wanted to throw a pigeon at the window on you real quick and ask
Okay, everyone, let's calm down. Let's all throw a couple pigeons in the window.
Can we just
here.
Pigeons out of
God,
the
it's
window.
such an
pigeons at the
applicable expression.
Guys, one's watching over us right now.
Guys, where are we going for dinner? Come on, throw some pigeons at the
Oh
window.
man,
See
that's
what
like
sticks.
that's like a pigeon.
See
through
what
an
gets
open
his
window.
neck broken.
See what sticks is really good.
Calvin,
like
quit
that a lot,
throwing a
Calvin.
pigeon at the window and find a parking spot. Jesus Christ.
Is that like just like a saying in the world where it's like, ah, man, that's a real pigeon in the window?
Actually happened.
Yeah.
That might be at this point. I like that. Whew. Okay.
So the Tish.
Man, I'm all out of pigeons. I got nothing.
Yeah, we were
No
assaulted.
pigeons, all windows.
One of
That
my
girl is
friends
all
over
windows
here
and no pigeons.
was assaulted
Sorry.
by something called the Tish. Don't
Oh
quite know
my.
what that is. Well, I'm sure I could look into the archives and see if there's anything on that. Specifically, is it a person, place, or thing?
It's a noun, that we know for sure.
I think it's a person thing combo.
We really don't know.
Could even be a place.
Maybe. Now don't get sidetracked, but we think person thing combo.
Person
might
helps
start
narrow
with
it down.
person?
Helps narrow it
Maybe
down.
title.
Like a thing of legends or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like lore. Okay,
like
what
lore,
that
yeah.
actually
Like
might
the
help me.
fantasy Babadook.
What is that?
Right.
It's a scary man in drag.
Is that another pigeon thing?
He's a gay icon.
If
He
you
is
got
a
another
gay
pigeon,
icon. I love it.
toss
Happy
away.
Pride.
Toss it out the window.
Pride,
Yes, the
Babadook.
Babadook Blue Devil.
Okay. So he begins to he heads back over to the archives to begin his search for you. But you guys are able to have dinner, wonderful meal prepared for you all, and as you settle down for
What is the meal, by the way?
it is seafood, actually, believe it or not.
Hell yes.
A variety of different and one Pigeon under glass.
One pigeon. It was a really
Looks
slow
like
day
a
at the
Cornish
library.
game hen, but smaller.
Really slow day.
No, it's a myriad of different things. There is fish, crustaceans of different kinds,
All you can
lots
eat
of
shrimp.
fruit, all you can eat shrimp.
Shrimp and fruit.
There are fruits I've never seen here before.
Yeah, lots of exotic fruits that you haven't seen before. A
Shrimp
lot of
fruit.
greenery. A lot of let's be like vegetable, like rough vegetables, stuff like that. It's a menagerie of all kinds of foods, but not a lot of red meats is the only thing that's lacking in. But everything else is provided for you. It's delicious. It's served in a communal kitchen, so everyone you interact with and meet a myriad of different kinds of people too. There are scholars from all across the ends of the world. There are nobles who were sent here on to learn in their family lineages. There are farmers who discovered that they have innate magical abilities and came here to harness their powers. You have non-magic users who are coming here to learn and to expand their knowledge. It's for the first time in a long time, it's a place that holds no barrier to anybody and is specifically designed for a very, very straightforward purpose: the understanding of magic. I will say,
World renowned.
Hogwarts.
Go ahead, anybody who wants to, anybody who's proficient in it. I will say that. Make an insight check for me.
That's not what I. That's one of the
things.
Wait, is proficient a dot?
Yes.
I am talking to anyone and everyone about the latest magical craze known as discovering your oneness from the moon.
Okay.
So I'm just spinning that yarn to
Oh,
anyone
yeah,
that'll
absolutely.
listen.
I just mean it's your double your
Dirty 20.
your
What was the knack for it again? A 6?
It's not a.
Yeah, 2d6.
rolling with advantage.
No.
Or a
That's-
d6 that
I
you
have
can use.
that now. That gives you a little XP.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh,
double
geez.
your proficiency.
16?
And it's doing that.
16.
21.
21.
So I
11.
So I had a minus.
2?
11.
I don't know.
Imagine being proficient and you got 2.
Oh gosh, that'd be worse.
Sounds like he's not too proficient, am I right?
Got him.
So, as I will say, everyone but Zook needed to roll because Zook, this is something that you already know.
I'll save that.
But
My passive insight.
as you guys are having your dinner and kind of talking and just getting to know people around you, just conversations flowing, people seem interested in these adventurers who wandered in today and are interested in what you have to say and where you're from. You do notice a few people seem to either maybe recognize or seem to have some sort of a feeling about Zook that is off-putting.
Like he's kind of like treated like a pariah a little bit?
Not necessarily, but a few people would take a second to look at him a bit longer than somebody who's just curious, almost in familiarity or in I know of you.
Like suspicion.
In some ways. In other ways, potentially fear. In other ways, pity. But it's odd for this many people from all over corners of the earth for some of them to be like, you look like you know something, and it's like they don't, but it's not addressed. No one says anything about it. So, but it's just something to know. Something to note.
Chosen one.
But as dinner concludes and you guys make your way back to the dormitories and kind of are hanging out with each other around your beds, you can hear the sound of Wook slowly making his way into the dormitories, holding a couple different tomes and
Busted-ass
scrolls.
pigeon.
And he sets down on one of the beds. It creaks as he sets down on it, and he goes,
Well, I don't have a lot, but I got a few things. So,
and he pulls out a scroll and opens it up. And he goes,
there is a story dating back about 300 years about something called the Tish, which...
Irrelevant. This guy's not 300 years old. Next.
Hear him out. This guy is
Oh.
very old.
It refers to some sort of a... it's a fable of some kind, as far as we can tell. A story that you would tell children about, like, don't go out at night or the Tish will find you, kind of a thing.
Is the Tish proficient at stabbing people in the neck?
Let me
eating
try
people,
something. Everyone,
levitating.
Well, so
the
that
Tish,
is
the Tish.
You have to look in a mirror.
that
Okay.
is the
The
lore
Tish,
part
the Tish,
of it.
the Tish.
No, nothing said anything about that.
Damn it! I'd throw the mirror on the ground.
Shatter it.
So that's the lore part of it.
Mending.
Further on, there's a little bit of. I was able to dive a little bit into like more modern day information on it. There's not a whole lot. It seems at one point there was maybe some sort of. There was a traveler at one point, and he holds out a tome. You can see it's a well-worn tome. It looks to be someone's journal. And he goes, writings of one of the travelers through Talwood Mall during its early stages of civilization seem to indicate something about they learned there was more truth to the Tish than the stories held. However, he never finishes his quest to look into it, but says something about needing to look in the land of Udal for more answers. So it seems as though the legends of whatever that is stemmed from Udal, and it's mostly a bedtime story you tell your children if you really want to scare them and you're a terrible parent.
Can you give us like the quick 30-second pitch on that?
What do you mean?
Like what the Tish is?
He just gave you the 1 minute 30 second.
No, it's like what is a story that scares people? That's not very good. I mean, hey,
Yeah, and some
let
early-
me tell you a spooky story that scares people. There you have it.
There wasn't a lot of friendly storytelling, but actually, now that you're mentioning it, I hadn't put these pieces together because I mostly ignored these things. But I do remember the ma'am telling us that if we weren't inside after dark, at the I think it was the Tish would, you know, a whole myriad of unspeakable things. I'm sure the story usually goes that the Tish would get children. With us, it was more like the Tish will take your eyes and cut off your ears
Flay the
and
flesh from your
all that
bones.
terrible stuff that can happen to little children who don't do what they're supposed to. There's, your aunt seems...
Did we kill her before we left?
No.
Remind me that we should probably do that when we get back.
That's... Because your family, you're not into them anymore either. I thought we were going to have a whole sort of reckoning about how I thought she should die and you didn't want to do that because it's your
if
aunt.
I recall correctly, I encouraged you to try to kill her a long time ago. I mean, just for,
We got busy.
Yeah, we did. I didn't think you would agree to it anyway. It was just like...
I don't know how my life's ended up like this.
I was just sort of going with the flow. at this
She's
point.
not a good person.
I don't remember. It was sort of, after a while, threats of terrible things happening to children, it all just sort of runs together. But I remember her mentioning, now that we're talking about it, the Tish and how they'll come snatch you and they'll drop you off a tall building or they'll drown you in the bay.
My mom's tucking me in, kissing me on the forehead.
Can
and
Connie
now I'm-
sneak up behind Wyatt while all this Tish talk is going on and just go, boo! Right behind him.
Hey,
Nothing.
good
Nothing.
Lord.
like a granddad's reaction.
What in
Try
the,
and punch him. Try and punch him.
what in the box are you trying to do?
Scare you into turning into the Tish.
At least take me on
So
a
that's
date first.
critical hit, so go ahead and roll max damage. I'm kidding. I'm not going to get it.
Like he's the Hulk. Like you can
Wait,
just
wait.
get him into
Hold
hulking
on
out.
a minute. Yeah.
Try to let's do this again. Hey, try to hit me, the Tish.
We already did that. I did a pretty poor job.
Is the,
I have a question
I do too.
for
But-
Wyatt.
Fire away there, sir.
Is okay. So since this Tish talk is coming up, does
Pish posh.
does the
Tish.
tribunal ring any bells?
Welcome to Tish Talk.
Not off the top of my head, no.
All right.
You should probably. I don't know if anybody told you. There's some sort of explosion, and I woke up in a hospital, and I don't remember a whole awful lot.
Interesting. So, I know a few things about this Tish. I mean, it is legends, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess. He's a supposed killer, for dark, eerie stuff. I mean, it's kind of going along with the same bedtime story of, oh, this is a spooky little guy, and he's like going around, and he's going to kill you if you're out past, your bedtime. But from what I have heard, the last one had died. So it's like, well, there's like,
Is
it's
it like a passing of the spirit kind of
I'm
thing?
assuming-
Kind of like the passing of the spirit of rocks.
All over your computer.
I have never seen a spit take in real life, and now I have it recorded. That is the best thing ever.
The screen is just covered.
Someone get him a paper towel.
Drew, what happened, bud?
Or a regular towel. There might be just a regular towel in
Did
there.
that go up your nose?
Oh, I was like, nothing you were saying was funny
We weren't
at
even
all.
being that funny in that moment.
Nope.
We've been so
forgot how to
funny
drink
tonight.
for a second. You have been very funny.
Drew just
I wish he had been wearing one of those upside down windshields, that people wore during COVID.
Oh, I just
Tsunami.
I tried to not let it happen. It was like, uh-oh. Oh no, you drowned if you don't let this happen.
Drew
It's
just-
gotta come back.
Hear me out.
Impressively was all just his computer. Like
Just
nothing
computer,
else.
there's a little
is
like
wet.
spray over
Oh,
here,
okay,
just
there's a little
barely.
The
Oh,
Tsunami.
that cookie's definitely
That's a Drew
yeah.
cookie, yeah.
I just took this computer to the to the Apple
To
like
the You Break iFix.
genius people. No, at the real place.
That's good.
Drew
I love
just
the U-break.
Drew just fucked up being a human for a few seconds. He's just like, I forgot.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's what it felt
No,
like.
no, no.
Reality
I-
is a simulation.
I have
Yeah.
another good nickname for you. Drewnami.
Yeah.
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 Please welcome to the stage, the Drew Nami.
Oh my god, my lungs hurt so bad. There's still water in there.
But yeah, so the Tish is, from what I've heard, it's like a sort of name that's like passed down, kind of like it transfers from person to person.
Right, like the spirit
And
of
I
the
had heard
rocks.
that the last one had died, so I was kind of relieved because then no boogeyman out there to get me. But now that I seem to be walking with a possible one, that seems a little more interesting.
Look at me.
Yeah, you look pretty. I mean, if I was a child out past my bedtime and I saw you, I would definitely be like, "That's the tip."
Sometimes
I
he's
look
rounded the
like
corners.
I look like I slept in a garbage pail. Probably because I did, but I.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
most
know.
people don't find that like appealing.
Lots of monsters are outside and dirty.
Careful.
I mean, just because
Notoriously, monsters
I
sleep
don't
in
know.
places that people
All
shouldn't
I'm
sleep.
saying is
Closets.
aside from the action, do I even remotely look like some sort of fable?
You look
Connie
like
grabs
you would
that mirror
kill.
from off the ground and just shows him.
Wyatt, can you make a... Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, make a wisdom saving throw.
Wyatt, you look like a bad omen.
Wyatt looks like the Winter Soldier.
No. That Bucky Barnes is a cutie.
He's gonna.
That's
We hit his
dirty 20.
Q word. He's gonna flip.
One of us says the right sequence.
Yeah. Hey, Zook, say all the words that you know.
Oh my god.
At the same time?
Starting with the ones that end
Oh,
in
if
oop.
that's an option.
Can you do that?
Okay.
He's reversing time on
It's a
himself.
spell.
All right, yeah.
It's a crazy spell.
Nothing.
Does Zook have a spell that allows him to say all the words he knows at once?
Yeah.
It's called Vicious Mocker.
Just every word.
Or Dissonant Whisper.
What are you trying?
Yeah, I said them all at once, really fast though.
That was
That's
it.
terrifying. I don't like that.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like whatever we're doing. It sounds like I'm not gonna get any answers until we get back to you, doll.
I mean,
Okay,
we
so
can
we all
have someone
sleep in
peer into your
shifts?
brain. Wait, do we know about brains?
I know everything there's
We've known about
kidneys.
kidneys for so long. We must know about brains.
for sure, and we've cracked enough.
No, we just call it like.
I mean, I
Head
heard
mush.
that. I heard that correctly, right? That there's
Magoo.
something in you, doll.
Yeah, the person who was looking into the legends said that the sources came from Udall.
Is there a name on that journal?
Of course.
Zook Magoo.
Terratin is the name.
Terratim?
Terratin.
Deal.
That's a couple.
Quintim Terratimo.
You're delightful.
Written
man.
by
He's really into
Quentin
hands.
Tarantino.
A lot of hand stuff in that journal.
Oh boy.
Big on thumbs, that guy.
Just a lot of slurs you didn't know you were allowed to use. This is weird.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's weird. He says it's commentary, but then he keeps casting himself to be the one to say things. So it's like,
It's odd.
You don't understand art.
Okay.
and he says he's only going to write 10 journals, but he's already written 10 journals, and he says that his next one is actually his 10.
Arguably, some of them could be one journal.
Exactly.
Yeah, at least two of
He
the
wrote a
journals
part
were
two.
supposed to be one journal, but someone got greedy and said, I want to sell this as 2 journals.
Well, and he made a
Wait, why don't
4-hour
I
long
know
journal.
about this character?
He made a really
You
long
guys
journal.
know so
But he-
much about this character.
Like, not to besmirch this Quintim Tarantino, but he did a 20-minute scene.
See, I don't have
where
anything
there's
in my
just
notes
a foot.
about
It's
it.
just someone's foot.
Write it down.
Yeah, you should probably be getting all this in
Yeah,
the,
probably all
in
good
the
stuff.
official logs.
Una Thurnan.
Again, not in my notes.
Udall Thurnan.
Was this
Udall
when-
Thurnan.
Thurman.
Was this when I was gone?
Yes.
Yeah, that one week that you were gone.
We learned
You really need to do better at recaps.
I
that
don't.
one
I
week
need to
you
do
were
better.
gone. We learned the only details about another person we've ever learned in the whole campaign.
We know more about Quintim Tarantino than we do anyone else
Well,
in
I'm
the
Did
glad
you
party.
do about
You're
each other
adding
in
more
real life?
syllables to his name every time you say it.
I'm
I'm
glad
just
y'all-
saying it like I'm skipping a rock.
Quintin Tum Tum Tum. All right. So, with that, Wook kind of bundles everything and goes,
Right. Well, in the morning, Master Cook should be back from his journeys, and Zook, you are more than welcome to go see him at that point. But until then, get some rest, everybody. Breakfast is at first light, and don't worry, you're safe here.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hey, where's the gym?
Oh, the courtyard out there with a exercise area, just out that door there.
Okay,
Do
great.
anything for him, just point you to the library.
Get out
I
there.
don't get out much.
okay.
Where's your selection of finest fabrics?
So, you,
The
we'll say
sheets
for
and
the sake,
curtains are
we'll
made
say
out
for
of
the
the
sake
most beautiful
of this,
fabrics you've ever seen.
How much did you spend on fabric?
I don't know because they were gonna give me money.
How much did we give her for fabric?
40. I gave her 45 gold because that's most of what I
Oh,
had
that's
left.
gossamer, baby.
How much did you spend?
How many? What'd you?
50?
95
I will
gold.
spend 100.
You spent 100 gold on fabric?
Did you have...
I didn't have 100. No, I didn't have 100. I'm kidding. We'll do 80. We'll do 80.
Okay,
I promised him the finest cloaks,
Yeah.
and honestly, he gave me one hell of a deal. Even
It's like a
with that.
400 gold deal.
Yeah, you get some top tier bolts of fabric
All
from
right,
that.
me and the unseen servant are gonna like.
Yep, you guys are gonna start working on that
Burning
tonight.
the midnight
Um,
oil.
Yeah,
I
I'll
wanna
take a point of
start,
exhaustion if need be. But
Attuning to my items. And
For
then
sure. Mm-hmm.
also before bed, I would like to go up to each of the party members.
Mm-hmm.
And as a
Individually?
little token of friendship
All our
and
gold back.
continued trust in everyone, I'm going to give each of them one of the breath mints, which is an attunable item.
Okay.
And we'll find out what it does when we attune to it.
Well, I'll just tell you now.
Oh,
It's a lifesaver.
You get yeah, it's like
you
it's
die
not actually
you-
an item.
with it in your mouth. You come back to life. Cool.
Twice per long rest, you can use a breath weapon.
You
just
bought all of
forever.
those?
I bought 10 of them.
Forever?
Yeah, well, mainly because I thought they were like one-time use things. I thought you just popped them in your mouth and you just were like, boom, and
But
you got
it
a
gives you breath weapon.
twice per
Twice.
long rest.
Yeah, like I eat the. Wait, like I eat this once, and now from here until I expire.
Think
I can
of it
use
like one of those
a breath
giant,
weapon twice per long rest?
ever-loving those like giant like everlasting gobstoppers? You just take a lick and then put it away.
Are these
Take a
those
lick, put it
ever-loving
away.
gobstoppers you've been talking
Yeah,
about?
you never like eat it fully.
It's one time.
It's a one time.
It's one time. Sorry, I didn't specify. It's a one time.
Damn
use.
it!
That's not what these notes say.
You attune to it by sucking on it for a
I
little
think
bit.
I was early on when I did stuff. I will say you don't have to attune to it.
Oh, okay,
To
okay,
save
okay.
you.
No,
time
let
and
me just
energy.
mark that off.
Sick though.
Yeah, you each.
No,
each
it's
and
just
every single one of you.
it's a
get
one-time use. Sorry.
If
I
we
didn't-
attune to it,
That's
can it be
fair.
permanent?
No,
If we learn how.
no, because I'm not gonna let you all break the game with that.
All 7 of us just
Every
breathing
single
fire.
one of you now
What's
can
it
breathe
called
fire.
again?
I
Not
need to find an
brass feather
apothecary
blade.
for hire. Gonna
Why?
reverse engineer this baby.
I am gonna
Change the
just
color. It's a different product.
spend a bit of time sitting under the moonlight with my new toys that I'm supposed to attune to.
sure.
Just sort of like checking in,
I'm gonna try
hoping
to
the moon will talk
pickpocket
to me.
him.
Who?
This guy. Custis.
Kestis?
Just like because if I fail, it's like, hey, we're just training. You know, like this is
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check against Kestis' perception.
Just double check on. I took the Ioun stone that did not say that I can never be surprised.
That would be the awareness one. This is against your active perception.
Active perception?
Sure.
Sure.
Unless you want it to be your passive. It's up to you.
My,
did it.
My
Good
passive
job.
is 21.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And my passive is higher than I roll.
Okay.
Oops!
Nope, they're all purple.
You caught me.
Hey.
You're really good at that. Or I'm out of practice.
In fact, what happens is, as you're coming up behind Kestis, he's sort of standing out in the
oh
moonlight.
yeah, you definitely don't
The
sense my presence.
shield on his back. What you see is this shield that looks like it's just a flat surface. An eye opens on the shield.
The
and you're trying to
hell?
sneak up behind
Nice.
him.
I'm
And he
gonna
goes,
try and pickpocket Connie.
Connie,
Go ahead.
is there something I can do for you?
Whoa, what's up with that shield?
Pretty neat.
Tell me
I'm
about it.
figuring out how it works.
What's
was
your passive perception?
Not passive.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Unless you want to roll perception.
15.
Yeah. What do you?
I come up from behind you and just like toss your coin pouch into your hands.
Like, hey, I think you might have dropped this.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm rusty. No, I was just practicing my pickpocketing on you.
I mean, you can practice.
No, I didn't
the
touch anything.
All the interesting stuff is sort of right here in my hands. There's not.
Okay, put something in your pocket.
Okay, you turn around,
Okay.
and I take off the chain that I took from the other ship, and I just stick it into a pocket of the vest.
Okay, which pocket am I going for?
Oh, hey, Connie.
Oh, hey. I'm going to try to pickpocket him.
Slide a hand check.
8.
Not that one.
8.
8.
Not that one.
14.
Not that one. Connie, you've tried the same pocket more than once.
12.
There's still nothing in that pocket.
10. 20. 20. That's 20.
You were closer. Passive is 21.
I'm tired now. Have you stolen anything else off me?
No, but I do like show you the claws on my hands and be, that would help.
I do,
Ooh.
in the midst of you trying to steal from me, I do roll a 25 sleight of hand check, and just as you're reaching, just try to nip something out of a different pocket.
What do you nip?
Pocket nip.
Whatever's in there?
I have
Connie, what do I
I have
take?
my cape and I have my breath mints. That's it.
cool.
Oh,
It's just a
and
pocket
5 gold.
thing.
5 gold.
I take one of those gold.
Okay. Take a gold.
And then, as you are turning around and giving up, I put it right back. with the same roll twice.
Cool. That's awesome.
Oh, speaking of which, Nell, I will say with that gold, you do have enough to also make travel clothes for some of your friends.
Yeah, I'll do
Because
it.
I just realized everyone still is wearing just like whatever
right.
they could
Naked.
find. Well, whatever they could find, but you're able to kind of
Oh,
make
yeah.
us.
I don't even need another
make everybody-
measurements.
yeah.
I know him.
You've got it. But anyhow, yeah. So everyone can get
Hourglass.
from here on out. You'll have nice
Apple.
travel clothes.
Make it.
just
Hey,
really
can you
Are
make it
they
match?
wondrous clothes?
You don't need them.
I got
Question.
displacement.
Wondrous.
Do you
clothes,
want
right?
to make my outfit match my new powerful cape, or do you want to make the cape, like dye the cape and make it match the outfit?
I'll make the outfit match the cape.
Okay.
Does the outfit match?
You know it does.
All right.
So I don't get that euphemism, but
While
Yeah,
he's out there talking to the moon,
Yeah.
I will join him.
gross.
And
Gross.
while he's just staring up at it, I will just hand him the spyglass I had purchased.
Trust me, this will help.
And I give you basically think of it like it's literally like a pirate spyglass, like the collapsible ones. Just
Take a look.
I take it and then I turn it around the right direction. And I just sort of check out the moon through a little spyglass.
I'll check back in about a half an hour.
It's weird, it's not... I thought it was smooth.
Exactly.
Huh.
The moon's called cellulite.
And she's beautiful anyway.
See, that's
normal and natural.
that's the whole thing. Is the more you discover the moon, the more you discover yourself. People think that, oh look, there's Boreas. He's naked again. What a weird, creepy thing.
Yeah, all the time.
You're still here?
Oh,
I flick the other gold piece I took from him back. Connie, don't make me steal from you again.
Don't make me steal from you.
oh no, Drew,
like
Drew's
when-
been thwarted.
When teenagers start to feel like they're like hot shit, right? And it's like, yeah, that's what's
No,
happening.
get out of my face! And he hits a
exactly.
kickflip on a tech deck.
I'm looking at the moon. Don't even talk to me right now.
Connie just walks away knowing that he allowed all of that to happen.
Absolutely.
So if you think about it, the moon is always in a vulnerable state. At times, when it waxes and it wanes, there's more or less of it visible, but always it remains the same. The same is true with you, my friend.
Can you be more specific? How
So,
does that mean?
Connie pops back and goes, "That was nonsense." No, I'm joking. That didn't happen.
yeah, so if you think about it, we all have various aspects of ourselves that we don't know, aren't familiar with, or in the case of some, are too afraid to understand. So taking time each night to sit here and reflect under the moon, as she is in fact a reflection of the sun, I'm able to discern more about myself and my spirit than most others would, which gives me these super awesome magical powers.
I have noticed there's some... I can see in the dark now.
Yeah, that checks out.
I think maybe that's a moon thing.
Well, so the thing about the moon is it's not like universal gifts, like, oh, now everyone can do this or everyone knows that. It's almost as if the moon itself knows you better than you do and is revealing parts of yourself to you the more you attune and commune.
Huh.
I honestly don't know why more people don't do it as I'm strutting with a pudge naked through a field.
Oh, so is it canon that he's a little chunky?
Apparently so.
Cool.
Well, I've never seen a very thin,
thin,
hairless
live
cat. They
cat.
kind of just like have like the
They've got
like,
wrinkles and
Yeah, there's a reason why he doesn't sit in a lawn chair.
Barrios, this is maybe a silly question, but I just got this new belt, and I really like it. Am I gonna have to take it off all the time if I want to hang out with the moon?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, unless you think that where your belt is hiding aspects of your true self.
Actually, where the belt is, people have mostly seen.
I'd say you're totally fine.
It's just those like sexy, like fit guy. Yeah, that's all that's being hidden.
It's the dividing line between man and horse is where the belt is.
I've blended in
That's
real
really
nicely.
sexy. Horse girls all over the world whoa.
They're just whinnying all over the place.
Oh no! There are so many pretty good horse sounds around the table.
John Elway. Sorry.
Sorry. His nickname was Horseface.
Yeah.
That was his nickname?
Yeah, because he looks like a
played
damn
Dungeons
horse.
and
Yeah, sorry.
John Holy Horse.
So no, and honestly, you really don't even have to be fully naked. It's kind of how I have chosen to, I don't want to say get in the right headspace, but you know what I mean.
Sure. I you know.
So you kind of just have to find what works for you.
Yeah, you go out. I've been out in the woods before, and bathed in a stream. Don't do that with clothes on usually.
Yeah, just bathe in a stream of moonlight.
I get it. Huh. It's not weird at all for you. It's your wife and other people, visit her on occasion.
I found that most things that I do are just weird for everyone else. So short answer, no. Longer answer is, it's almost as if you had a best friend that was arguably the coolest person in the entirety of human existence. You have a special relationship with that person. That doesn't mean no one else can know that person.
I should have asked this. I've just been calling her the Moon. Does she have a name?
Mommy. No, I mean, not to keep giving you the same vague and nondescript answers, but
The childlike princess.
shut up, Drew.
Sometimes the answer is no. That's okay.
Well, it's kind of another one of those things where, like, you'll know it when you find it. Like I refer to her commonly as the Moon, but when I'm conversing with her, I don't call her the Moon.
Sure. It would be weird if I called you, like, the cat when I spoke
Exactly.
to you. You want that?
Yeah.
How's it going, the cat?
See, and most people do just know me as a cat or the cat because they don't have a distinct relationship with me.
I've been called the horse quite a bit.
Exactly. And how many people in this party have explicitly called you the horse?
It's just Connie, but I think we know each other a little better since then.
I think it's like an endearing thing that he does,
Yeah,
where
now
he
it's sort
pretends
of
to
a
not be
nickname.
close to people.
Yeah, for the first couple of days, that was just sort of what he called me, and then he learned my name, and now he's gone back. But I think it's on purpose now, and not just like
Exactly.
a flippant thing.
I mean, it could be ironic that you call her the Moon. If that's the way you express that relationship, that's entirely up to you.
I guess I'll have to think on that.
Giddy up, partner. And I slap your rump and I walk back inside.
Involuntarily run forward a little bit.
Oh, no, shit.
Oh, no, it's all right. Huh. Do you have a name you think I should use? I mean, I'm fine with the Moon for now. I know we sort of just met. It's weird to think about just meeting the Moon. We just became acquainted, maybe. Thanks for the night vision.
You're very welcome.
Whoa.
Standing about 10 feet away, just kind of leaning against one of the stone benches, just kind of looking at you curiously, is this the large eyes, the elven features of this lady you've met before.
Evening, miss.
Good evening.
It's an honor.
Oh, please, you flatter me. I am curious, though. Kestis. Why?
That's sort of a big question.
It is.
Why any of it? Why you? Why here? I sort of, well, I'm still feeling a bit unsettled. I don't know if you know these things. There was a suit of armor and then jail, and for a while
You are cursed.
it sort of feels that way. And I still hear those voices, sort of pop up every once in a while, but on the boat on the way out to the void, I kind of talked to Barrios, and we talked about you, miss, and I think it helped, and not a lot else did, so I figured I'd stick with it for a while.
Do you want them to go?
The voices?
Yes.
I do think it would make sleeping a bit easier.
Well, then I propose a trade.
All right, it's been a day full of interesting commerce.
Promise me. Well, firstly, I can help you remove the voices. It will require something of value from you, of which I see you have a few now. And a promise.
Gold piece you took for Connie.
And in exchange, I will continue to help you with the voices and with your new abilities. Does that seem fair?
Yes, I think so.
Very well. What item would you give?
Sort of look at all the interesting new things I just got.
Whatever you stole from Connie.
That's
one
exactly
gold
what
piece.
the third gold piece that you stole from him. Oh, you could trade the pride you took from him. The self-respect that you stole from Connie a few minutes ago. That's worth a lot.
This is one of my favorite Drews when he tries to haggle with things of no monetary value.
No, really, this is going to mean a lot to my character.
The stone has just sort of, as Kestis is looking at all these couple of things that he has, and trying to decide if he can get away with offering the globe. It's like his big trade.
This work, I don't know.
This is real
There's
important.
a moment of sort of looking up, and as he does, he catches the Ioun stone in orbit around his head.
Mm-hmm.
And he watches it circle, and he catches it in front of him. He says, I guess this sort of feels fitting, to offer something orbiting me to the moon.
I can see that. She takes it and blows on it. And as she does, you watch as it goes from just a regular stone with some runes across it to a beautiful opalite shining in the twilight of the evening. And she lets it go, and it begins to orbit you again and goes, I kind of like that. And then she looks at you, and as she does, she goes, promise me one thing. You will use what I'm giving you to help whomever you find their own way. But most importantly, watch out for him. He means a lot to me.
Yes, miss. I can do that.
Thank you. And as she says thank you, that nagging buzz in the back of your head that you've had for months now, gone.
She said she faded away.
She's still standing there and just looking at you for a second. Get some rest, Kestis. Who knows? Maybe the next time we meet, I'll tell you my name. And she winks.
Thank you, miss.
And then turns and just kind of walks away. And as the shadows of the moonlight kind of pass through the canopy, gone.
I just watch the stone orbit for a bit. Get a little dizzy.
After she disappears, he hears from behind him like,
Forgot my socks again. That one's on me.
and I just grab 3 socks from the ground and walk back
3?
inside. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
2 tube socks and an ankle sock.
One foot gets colder than the other. I have bad circulation.
You just see Kestis kind of standing there, just staring off into oblivion. Doesn't really notice you're there. And you just kind of look at him for a second. And then next to you, you hear, he'll be all right. Sometimes it's shocking your first time.
I look at him like, I actually can't believe that it worked. All right, cool. Well, I'll just let you. You can have your. Here if you have questions, but you have your space.
You know, the first time I met you, I thought you were crazy.
I have that effect.
But now I've met the moon. I think more people should pay attention to you.
Yeah. It's kind of a blessing and a curse being this vessel.
This is different. Did you? She blew on it and it's new. That sounded insane. I get where it comes from. It's hard to explain what happens when you speak to the moon, huh?
A lot of unfortunate innuendos when it comes to the moon. Yes. Usually some of the gifts that she gives they're more for you. Other gifts that she gives are more for others. So I'm sure you'll figure out what this gift means for you.
I think it's a bit of both.
I would agree.
Thank you, Barrios.
Of course, anytime.
As you all prepare for as you all bed down for the evening, Barrios, you're the last one to drift off. And right as the edge of your consciousness, as you drift off into sleep, you hear the voice one more time. And one more gift for you. And you feel a hand on your chest, and then you're like, what? And you look. There's nobody there. But resting on your chest now is a silver chain with a little opalite crescent moon. A gift for you.
One level of cleric. Got it.
And that is where we find ourselves at the end of the evening with Kestis. While losing the Ioun Stone, you have now gained what's called Blessing of the Moon, which is an item you can equip to yourself.
And it extends to those
Barrios,
within...
you have gained an item known as Love of the Moon.
Giving it a Google.
It's just in D&D. It's not like just don't Google it because it won't. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not literally Googling it.
But yeah, so those are 2 items that are now bequeathed to the 2 of you, as you are now under the patronage of the lovely moon. And that is where we will leave you all tonight. Yeah, well done, guys. You are now here at the Institute for Magics, and we'll see what we learn when Master Kook arrives. Hopefully more of Zook stuff happens. This will be fun. Hopefully no more pigeons getting thrown on the walls.
That was incredible. That was the moment.
Until that time comes, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. This has been the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, beautiful children. Bye.
Later, losers.
Goodbye, winners.
Earlier winners.
Can I do that?
Why do you keep
Who's gonna try and do it every week?
He's throwing more pigeons at the window.
Sometimes you gotta throw a pigeon at the window.
Dude.
See if it stinks.
Stinks? Throw a pigeon at the window and see if it stinks.
June is Men's Health Awareness
There
Month.
you go.
There you go.
Also known as prostate exam month. The gays took it.
The Pride Month strikes again.
Technically,
Wow, dude.
technically speaking, you could also argue that November is also a guy's month.
And lots of people like butt play.
Because it's No Shave November
And Thanksgiving.
and Thanksgiving.
Beards and eating.
That is also very
Beards
true.
and eating.
All right, the night's over.
That's the most male month I've ever heard of.
Lots of
People
people
like butt play.
butt play.
Yeah, welcome to
November's Native American Heritage Month.
That's...
They put that on the same month as Thanksgiving?
Celebrating the hell
That's
out of
kind of
that month.
messed up.
That is kind of
I
messed
can't...
up.
I
Wait,
can't...
what?
just
Oh, yeah.
I can't
No,
say that.
that's not cool.
I was
just so
gonna
I'm
say,
aware, Calvin. Butt play is the
I was gonna
line.
say, is that like
What?
That's where your butt play is where you're drawing the line.
That is where I draw the line.
Okay. All right.
I turn the mic back on.
Like, you're like, butt play and nothing else.
No, it's where I will not cross the line. It's where I will not cross the line. That is the line I will
So
not.
you will go to
You
butt
found-
play and no further.
No. You're misinterpreting. You're on.
You have to come up to the line. You're like
No, no,
at
no.
butt play.
No.
You're saying you won't
Yeah.
go past
I
butt
take
play.
it back.
Correct.
I
No,
know.
no. I am behind the line.
So would you say like butt play is
Which
like
is
advanced
explicitly
line?
what butt
Don't-
play is.
don't-
You have to be
you are-
behind the line.
you are
No,
you were
but
behind
nobody
butt play.
will approach
It's trying to
from
go
either
into the end zone,
Even
but
though
not
true
into
peace
the
would be
bleachers.
achieved if you would both just get to
So
that
when it
point.
comes to butt play, you're not going to attack it from the front, but you will attack it from behind.
It's you'll only cross that threshold on Christmas Day. Is that the deal? It's like
Oh,
That's called a Yule log.
so it's like it's more like a finish line for you.
That's
That's the line. You cross that and say, "Yay!"
in case you were curious, this bar in Idaho says that any quote heterosexual male dressed like a heterosexual male will receive a free draft beer.